La 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 la. La la la. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Okay. We're back. We're back. We're back. It's such a banger, no, this song? Here he comes. Ready? Oh! Carrying. It's the goat. Oh, he took Starbucks for me. He got something that's good for my throat and coffee as well. Holy shit, man, this is throat. I didn't even ask for coffee, he got me coffee. What a homie. I didn't want to be a pain in the ass, but he actually got it. What? He's crazy. Chat, you want some good news?
Well, let's see who will play God today in the KBS Arena live from Seoul, South Korea. It might be some of these guys from D plus Kia, although they just got scared from a bee, a fly, something.
That was
Whoa,
huge.
That was
it's
a huge
GAM spy.
one.
It's
Yes,
an infiltrator.
It's an infiltrator indeed. I'm here at the desk for another day of the Swiss stage where we have a elimination match up first, followed by a qualification match for the quarterfinals. My name is Shax, and I am joined by Dagda and by Hooney. Yay! You were already on the desk for a bit, but that was your tryout.
Yeah, it was my free trial, and this is like my real sign-up time.
Okay, chat, you want some good news?
You gonna prove it?
I got as usual.
Yes, as per
If
usual.
I'm feeling better tomorrow,
Hooney, it's
I will
awesome
be
that
meeting
you're
the
here.
Shy tomorrow.
Yesterday we of course had Cloud9
Big!
versus Fnatic. You know Fnatic quite well from the past. What did you think of that match?
I mean, the match was awesome. You know, Cloud9
it's happening.
Like only
It's happening.
Generated lead, and it's like I thought the Cloud9 has a pretty decent chance, but I thought like they were actually like not be able to concentrate like that well in the middle of the game, and that's how the Fnatic was like be able to turn around like all the series.
No, it's not an interview.
Not lose the series.
I just have to. I'm only allowed to say hello to him and like have a few minutes with him.
And then as we came into game 2, game 3, it felt like with the Rumble taking off the board,
I want to do a longer content piece with him, but because they have worlds and because they're really busy and shit like that, I think I'll only be able to do a longer content piece with him if they win and get through to the next stage. Obviously, because they're on 2-2 and they're super hard practicing. I don't think they're doing any content right now.
The entire time he joined LEC.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy how the Noah he just turned around, like, but just as himself, like, all the team fight that he just won the whole series, basically, like, he played almost perfectly all.
You know what I think? I think LEC should try and snatch Hooney. for the analyst desk.
So for people who don't know, when is a Rumble Rooney approved?
So I mean, usually all the time, like
I don't think he would go though.
Ignite, like I'm so mad. But like, you
I
know,
think
if
he's
you
got
win
good
and just play
personality,
well,
good
I think
flavor.
That's really completely fine. And also this time, especially Australian, he played perfectly well. So I really liked it.
I mean, he had a really
I don't know.
bad time
I think
the first game,
LEC. I
and
mean, I hope
turned it
LEC can get someone like
around
Weibo.
for, Fnatic, so they are the ones
That
who
would be good.
move on. Still on the brink of elimination, though. And we also had Mad Lions playing Weibo right after, but it was more like Mad Lions versus the Shy, Dagda.
Oh,
Weibo would be really
don't
good.
remind me. This was heartbreaking to cast yesterday. I mean, it would look so good. Niski 11 kills.
Yeah,
on the
Weibo
side.
Broxa
It's
would be good, I think.
Mad Lions
So
meant to
bad.
pop off, and then this was the fight where
Weibo
all went wrong.
talks
They
too
tried
much.
to engage on the Shy,
Yeah,
and
I
that
think.
kind
I mean,
of
everyone will
changed
have
the
like a small
turning
problem when they
point
start.
of this
I
game,
think
honestly,
Weibo will be able to
but
fix
they
that
just
problem
felt
pretty
that they
easily.
need to
You
turn
just
up
need to
the
talk
Shy
less.
on
It's not that
Aatrox
hard.
every single game, and
It's not that
every
hard to
single
talk
time
less.
they punish Mad Lions. Honestly, this looked more like G2 versus the Shy and Aatrox than anything else.
Oh my god, why you have to bring it back?
If I have to hurt, other people have to hurt as well.
I mean, it was like
But I don't know what Weibo's
bounty on
doing.
Niski,
And then
like,
Broxa,
that was,
yeah,
like,
Broxa's
how the
good.
game was like so one-sided, and it's like it was really.
Are you gonna be
also
there?
nice to
Yeah,
see
I'll be on the
them
LEC
tie.
still.
He
I'll be
turned
there like
around,
maybe
like,
once
just
every few
completely
weeks.
1v9 with the
I
Aatrox.
think.
And the rest
I don't
of
know.
the
It
team
depends
was
if
probably
Riot
like,
wants me
oh,
or
you're
not.
gonna focus on our top laner?
I think they do
Okay,
though.
I'll just
They
do
said they might
damage, I guess.
invite me over,
Unfortunate
and I
for
was
the
like,
Mad
sure.
Lions, they had to exit the
So maybe I'll get
tournament,
invited
and
to be
Weibo
there
lived
once
to
every few
fight
weeks.
Another day, and as we said already, we
Cast
have
a
our
couple
two matches
games here or
today.
there, or be
KT
on the
versus
desk, you know.
LNG is later, and first
Once
we
or
have
twice a
D
split.
plus Kia up versus GAM, still in the elimination bracket because Huni DK has just not been doing that well so far.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, DKs is like being like we kind of judge those teams like these team, the D plus Kia, like especially I think it's kind of weakest team in LCK right now at the moment, and which is like that's correct, but also like I think their ceiling is like so high, but the thing is like their momentum's inside, like the understanding their patience as a 5 peoples are not high.
We have to see how they're going to evolve. Before we get to
Huni's
that,
English
though,
is really good. Yeah, it
the
is.
LCK team and Huni, they went out together with some LEC legends, Jankos and Perks, to explore Korea. Let's check out the next episode.
Let's check out the episode.
한국에 오면은 한국 음식을 먹어야 되기 때문에 하나 등골을 먹는다고 그러더라고요.
Beef spinal
치즈 같은
cord.
맛이 난다고 해서 굉장히 궁금하기도 하고.
What? Beef spinal cord? That's bro. What? I ain't eating that.
Like, a little like cheese. Yeah, a little like cheese or a little like creamy maybe. Let's try out. Let's find out.
Bro, I ain't eating that.
I don't like it, but I don't mind it either. Like I could eat it, but I prefer to eat something else like chicken. You guys
Yeah.
wanna try? Yeah, I wanna try. Yeah. It's a rice wine. That's how you drink it like this. Yeah, that's
Bro, what?
how you drink.
I can't
Really?
pause it. It's
When
live.
you just, like,
Fuck!
do it, everything alone.
I thought it was a
You know,
video.
like, put up- Yeah. So when you do things for content, it's like do it together. In Korea, we do jan. 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 Gambe. Konbe.
Gombe.
So let's talk about some words. What do you guys think how LEC will do well? Well, we are not there. We are not there. So they're gonna suck. Yeah, right. So how was it today? How was the food? Yeah, the food was good. Let's see the next recommendation. Who's this guy? Oh, this guy owned me. 3-0. It's everyone who
BDD.
박주영, 양코스 형, 안녕. 요즘 MZ들 사이에서 유명한
Life for
샷이라고
cuts.
있는데 요즘 또 유행하는 항공샷이라고 있는데 그 샷을 이제
What?
남기면 좋을 것 같아서.
You can get sunglasses. Yeah, that's my boy. Yeah, that's my boy. It looks like futuristic, no? Yeah, yeah. From the future.
This is the new trend.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I feel like I look. Honestly, we look kind of dumb. Yeah, we do. Like, you know, when I was looking, when we walked in, I was looking at the pictures of people doing it, and they look so like handsome and cool.
La,
but
la,
we look
la.
just like ugly and bad. Yeah, basically. Basically that, yeah. Thank you, BDD. Thank you. BDD, thank you.
No, I think they look handsome and cool, but maybe we can do better. Shall we?
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Awesome. I think we do. I'm going to post it so we can see.
Okay.
Do you breathe
So,
through
moving
your
on, you
nose
can also
or your
check
mouth?
out the full episodes always on
Both of them.
youtube.com/LCK
I do both at the same time.
Global, so go and check that out indeed. And
Yeah.
as we get into
Both of
GAM
them.
versus D plus Kia, we've got a great interview lined up for you because Laura was able to catch up with GAM CEO TK Nguyen.
Oh, the CEO, that guy's cool as hell.
And welcome back to this side of the KBS Arena for the Verizon GAM Day interview here, joined by TK, CEO of GAM. Thank you very much for joining
everybody.
me.
Hello, Worlds 2023. We are here. Let's go.
It's a big day for you guys. First things first, health check. We heard some
Health
stuff
check.
about Levi not feeling well. Can you let me know what happened? How is he today? Is he ready for the day?
Yes. So Levi is suffering from a sinus infection. It's a pre-existing condition that he kind of battles with, but we've been out here for 21 days. You know, and these guys aren't really used to being in the cold here in Korea. It's really hot in Vietnam. You know what I'm saying? So, but he's doing a lot better.
Perfect.
So I know that he can lead the team to victory. So we're just all coming around to support him
Aww.
and you know, do our best.
I want to know more about this group, about this iteration of GAM, because we've been used to seeing these players on the
This guy is a vibe.
There's a special energy.
You know this guy is
about
fun.
This GAM roster. Tell me what you think about it and how different are they?
I mean, this team is an amazing team. I mean, once we got punched in the face at MSI, we had to regroup. But this is where, you know, champions are made, you know, for us to be able to bounce back, stay resilient, fight every single day, and just really come together as a team. So we have a really special group. Our bot lane is new from MSI. We have Slater and Pallet, so it's been really exciting to see those guys together. And for us just to be out here representing for the VCS.
Bro, if this guy gave me a speech before going on stage, I'd believe him.
And I kind of understand where the energy is coming
I'd
from.
believe
Tell
him.
me about your role as a CEO, because it doesn't feel like we often see CEOs having this role and helping the team as much as you do.
I mean, I'm really hands-on, but I'm really just a cheerleader. I'm just really excited to be here with the team. I want to make sure that
I could get perfect game, then I'd come off stage and he'd probably make me smile.
They're smiling and they're just being themselves. They're going to be at their peak, and you know, they're going to perform and represent.
You guys beat TL last week. Coming into today, D plus Kia, LCK has 4 representatives. It doesn't feel fair to me.
I know, you guys got 4. Korea, we love you guys. We've been here for 21 days and we've been enjoying everything about it. All the SK teams in LCK have been so welcoming to us. And you know, you guys got 4 teams. Let us get a spot. Come on.
Yeah, let the other wins.
True.
I want to know about today. What is the mindset for the team? What is gonna be the pep talk that you're gonna give the players to get them in the right mindset, and what the expectation coming from?
I mean, it's do or die. We've already made it further than we even anticipated, or like I think most people had really anticipated for us to make it through all the way from the beginning, through play-ins. Our backs are against the wall once again, but that's where we like it. You know what I mean? We're always coming down from behind, the underdogs.
Whoa.
So all of you guys out there, we appreciate all the energy. We're representing for all the minor league regions. You know what I'm saying? From Brazil to Latin America to the PCS, but we're really here to represent the VCS all together and go up against the big boys. So we need your energy today as we go up against DK in Korea on their home court.
This guy is like a DJ, man. What's going on?
Soon, if I'm not mistaken. What time is it?
You know what time it is? GAM time, baby! All right, guys, Worlds is about to start. Back to you guys. Let's go.
Bro, that guy's energy is crazy.
Oh my god!
What a legend.
Oh, I love it.
I love it. Like,
oozing charisma.
wow, it's so
That guy's
unique
mental,
energy.
bro.
Really
How cool is he?
So insane.
He's
oh,
so
this wasn't
cool.
A still. This is actually a shot. That's amazing. I can see why GAM's been doing so well with that support behind them. And he mentioned it there, kind of the group of all the
energy is crazy.
Versus the LCK and versus the LPL. We know they've also been rocking the Team Wales.
No, it wasn't a screenshot.
Pins on their jackets because they just want to represent the entirety of the VCS. But I like that. They're kind of the bastion of the underdogs going.
Exactly, and it's also the fact that Team Wales helped them so substantially.
What the hell?
As well, because when they're coming across, a lot of their players had to play in Asian games, so they weren't actually able to use their full
Bro,
roster.
have you ever sneezed when you didn't know you were gonna sneeze? That's what just happened. You know, when you normally sneeze, you can feel it coming. That's almost just like a fucking shotgun. It just hit me.
Come in and not
What?
give up. They want to
Did
show
you ever
their
have
best
that?
foot at this international.
That
And
one,
it's
that
not
one
just
actually
the,
jump scared
they're
me,
gonna
bro.
upset because they're the underdog. They have shown us great play, I think,
Mm-hmm.
notably versus Team Liquid. We gotta mention the top and jungle, Kiaya and Levi in general. Rumble check also passed.
Proved.
Yeah.
I mean, for GAM, like, it's just really important for them.
I can't get over how energetic that manager guy is. I swear to God.
The aggression they have
I don't know if you guys have the same.
Like, it's so important
But
for them. Like, I know
some
they're
days
a little
my
bit
energy
inconsistent,
doesn't
but the
exist.
thing is,
Can't do
they
anything.
are
Can't even
really
socialize.
enjoying, like,
Some days,
high risk, high reward,
oh
which is
CEO.
like, when they're
Some
winning,
days,
I mean, that's how one
my
they
energy is like
win,
mid, and I can
the
say
least
I can talk to
required,
people,
they
but
won against, like,
I don't really
strong
want to do anything.
team.
And
even
maybe one
yesterday,
day,
they won against a
every week or
major,
two,
which is like
I have like super
I mean, it's
energy and I can
LCS,
do
but
things.
still, they are majors.
But that's very rare.
Yes,
So,
yes.
I mean, they are proved in right now, and they are getting stronger internationally. So, I'm so excited to see these matchups.
Bro, that's his Twitter account. Yo, bro, everyone get in there. Everyone get in there. Yo, go give him a follow. Go give him a follow. That guy's fucking cool. Go give him a follow his Twitter. Do it. Follow his Twitter. There you go. Follow his Twitter. I want to see. Yo, get him up to like 9K or something. Get him to 9K. Go do it. Go do it. Get him up to 9K. Get him up to 9K followers.
Kana and Canyon, of course.
He's cool as hell.
That is definitely a tall order. And let's talk about D plus Kia then. We set it up already as they haven't really fulfilled the expectations this entire year, I think. But what we do know is that when they're up versus competition that is lower ranked than them or that they should be better than, they usually crush them.
Yeah, almost there, almost there. Almost there. A little bit more, a little bit more. A little bit more, a little bit more. Yeah, nice! Holy fuck, smurfing. Good job, chat. We just gave him 900 followers in 20 seconds.
The two things that I really want you to take note of is first how much of the pushing waves
You guys are mental.
in favor of DK.
Fine, we'll go 10K. Keep going, keep going. Go 10K, go 10K. Go 10K!
But Showmaker has the push, and so does
You guys can go 10K easy. I'm gonna refresh right now. It's 9.5. Go. Come on, hey, you're fucking bronze. Hurry up. Yo! Get him 10K. He deserves it. CEO vibes. Bro, 10K minimum. Look, him and the ref. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, almost there. Almost there. Almost there.
Concern that Sheo has is like, okay, I need to get in and try to disrupt this bot lane, but I'm not being
What are we
given
at?
the opportunity. Canyon is always there at every point in time, and you leave
9.8.
into this one as well.
Yo!
This is several minutes later into the game. This is 12 minutes later.
Sorry, I don't want to scrap from
We're
Jack
still
that
seeing
illustrator.
this big vision control that's been set up on this bot side. Jungle to track out where Sheo is. He hasn't had a chance to interrupt the map whatsoever. And as we start to roll into
We
it,
did
then,
10K?
you're going to see that BDS suddenly feel the pressure of
Almost
right,
there.
we're about to lose our bot lane
10K?
tower. We need to try and go for some sort of 50-50
Boom!
play.
Nice!
And
Good
that
job,
goes
chat.
in, but
2K
again,
followers.
Canyon's been
2
tracking
minutes.
forward well,
Boom!
And now
You guys are
Kellen
crazy.
and Canyon are actually in a position with the TP coming through from Showmaker to make this
Yo,
absolutely insane
my full screen
play,
doesn't work.
and
You
they
see that?
completely shut down the game from this position. And I think that's where you're going to get to see if DK are able to set up for that once more. It's going to be a major issue now for GAM.
Yes, it seems like they can be so suffocating when they know that they have the advantage in these games. And we have to remember that for D plus Kia, it is that comeback run. They started in the 0-2 pool. How far can they go with their tournament lives on the line? It is a question if GAM Esports can take down another world champion, or will it be smooth sailing for D plus Kia? Day 7 of World Swiss Stage starts
Did you
right
hide the
now.
chat? Yeah, I did. I did.
저희 2승 1패팀에 이제 정말 강한 팀들이 많은데 KT로
We're not gonna have any lag.
보여드리도록
We're not
하겠습니다.
gonna have any lag. We're not gonna have any lag.
就是进入2-1的阶段的话，我觉得我们更应该把自己的就是一些东西问题改掉，因为下面的队伍也就是实力很接近，没有相差太多吧，然后就要继续加油。
일단은 저희 KT 로스터가 이제 비인과 BDD 선수를 필두로 되게 강한 라인전을 가지고 있다고 생각하고요.
I like that backing track, the backing song.
我觉得 LNG 就是大家非常团结，然后性格很好的队伍吧。然后就是那个，就是大家的那个向上的心，就是一直想往前冲。对我的下一轮对手说，我们一定会战胜你们的。
네, 저희 KT 로스터를 상대하려면
He's a professional DJ and breakdancer, and he used to host hip-hop competitions. Damn.
GAM
How crazy is that
e스포츠
guy?
팀 정말 플레임부터 고생 많이 하셨고 ha지만 여기까지인 것 같습니다.
nó sẽ ý nghĩa về việc là em đánh được bài khu lớn thì điều đó chứng tỏ là em đã có được cái sự xứng đáng khi mà khu vực của em đã có được 2 chiếc vé vòng ở Berlin, cũng sẽ khiến cho tất cả khán giả của VZ đều cảm thấy tự hào.
상체, 미드 정글 탑 위주로 굴러가는 팀이라고 생각해서 저희 팀도 상체 싸움이 굉장히 중요할 것 같고
Nụ cười và cái sự không khí trong team rất là quan trọng.
Here comes Showmaker. Here comes his comments. You ready?
Khi mà em cười và em thấy vui á, thì tất nhiên là em chơi game sẽ tốt hơn.
저희가
We're
압도적으로
gonna
이겨서
crush them and
그들의 웃음을
remove the
없애드리도록
smiles from their faces. Holy fuck.
Nếu như mà bạn gặp GAM á, thì bạn nên cẩn thận và đừng chủ quan. Bởi vì team GAM sẽ đánh bại bạn bất cứ thời điểm nào mà bạn chủ quan không.
We're gonna crush them and remove the smile. Medic, look, it's Medic, ready? Medic!
Hello everyone,
look at him!
And welcome to day 7 of the Swiss stage. I'm Medic, this is Kobe, that's Chronicler on the end. Both of whom are slightly under the weather, but hopefully
he got rid of the long hair.
Manage our way through what could be an exciting 6-game day.
He always brightens our day, correct?
Yeah, I'm
welcome to Medic as well.
I'm happy you're finally here. You know, as the Korean representative, it's up to me to welcome you here. I hope you've had a good time thus far.
Chronicler sounds sick.
Yeah, I'm not that jet
convincing.
Look, I arrived, I slept, and now I'm here. So yes, it's been a good time.
So far, so good.
It's been excellent. Yeah.
There's a little latency here.
Yeah, it's okay. I think we'll be all right.
Nice.
I got a good feeling about this one.
I'm super excited.
Medic
for this
looks
one.
so hot.
I mean,
yeah, he is so hot.
We had, of course, last year kind of the season 1 of Death's story, and now we're leading into season 2 already. They're making their lower bracket run. Started in the previous series and now looking to continue it to be able to qualify here, and it's really impressive stuff with Canyon and Showmaker really trying to return to that top form as well.
And I think the expectation for D+ here has to be that today should be a 2-0 for them in terms of quality.
Yeah, damn on 2-0.
In terms of quality of the league that they come from and general
Wait,
quality
Vedius is here? Wait, what the fuck are you doing in here, Vedius?
Have to be the favorites coming in. The question is, can GAM do something very, very funny?
What does that say?
It's also
it says sub to Caedrel.
Damn. Have been their absolute downfall, and I think their biggest enemy. We all know what this roster in theory should be capable of, but we just haven't really seen that consistently throughout the year. And if they drop even a game to GAM, I think a lot of D+ fans will be worried, specifically because this team has struggled so much with if they feel like
Chronicler really does sound
sick.
sick.
Where they should be winning, where they should be dominant, and they drop.
He sounds like he's got a stuffed
they
nose.
They haven't always really been able to deal with that very well, and you know, scrims are one thing. We know that this team is able to excel there, but translating it consistently to the stage needs to happen for them to make a deeper run here at Worlds.
And GAM themselves have shown some pretty impressive stuff in their series versus Team Liquid. I love how they play to their strengths. Levi and Kiaya winning multiple skirmishes on the top side of the map to completely snowball.
How's the sickness? I'm good.
You know, playing their flavor as
I don't know what. I don't know if it is a sickness. I think it's just my throat was really dry overnight, so I'm just rehydrating a lot, and hopefully that fixes it.
No, they were not lying when they said if you do not have your guard up,
I don't have a cough or a headache or
they
sneezing or anything. It's just
I want to see what they can pull out today.
My throat was really dehydrated all night because I think the air conditioning was too low.
Most impressive part of the roster, but on the other side you have Canyon. And Canyon has so consistently been the most impressive part of DK. Can you actually set this guy behind in the early game? And
I was sucking in too much cold air.
Will Canyon be finding leads on the other side of the map?
What tea is this? This tea is so crazy.
On Canyon showing the form in his POG games, because as much as I know Kobe in particular, his jungle goat, has had also games.
Wait, let's get some bites of the crisps. Oh, draft time. All right, I'm gonna try and get this whole draft right, but I don't think I will. I think they should ban Wukong. That sounds a bit crazy, but I think Wukong ban on blue side against GAM is good.
And given that GAM, even for all their achievements, on paper are weaker, DK should be filled with confidence, but the respect towards Levi
he's crazy with it.
Yeah, already. Wukong
he's crazy
off the
with
board as well here from D+.
Now I would say Vi as well, but I don't think Vi is worth it.
Says a lot when the jungle goat
Vi first
is
pick could be worth
giving
it.
you that respect. I like it.
It's Levi's most played across the course of the year, 84%.
They could ban Vi and get Zaya or Oriana,
well,
but
undefeated on that this year, 8-0. So we'll see if DK decides to continue to pinch that jungle pool. Instead, the Kalista, who, although on the stage hasn't been that impressive, is obviously making waves in scrims.
And I want to point out something kind of interesting about D+ draft strategy so far.
They banned Alistar against Kellen.
They've actually had Deft not play Zaya or Kaisa one single time so far in the
first pick Vi.
He's opted every time for something with
they will take Vi Kaisa probably.
He played the Caitlyn, he played the Ziggs, he played the
we get what, Oriana, Rakan,
so
Jarvan?
It's been a different, interesting kind of take here for the D+ bottom lane. Of course, a lot of people also memeing on Kellen for missing some Alistar combos, but still definitely a premier champion.
Orianna to me is the main pick, especially with the Xayah being banned away. Showmaker, however, has mentioned that he feels like as the Kai'Sa will get picked up, that Orianna specifically, as strong as she is, does require more resources. It's an immobile champion, so against some mid-jungle 2v2s you can kind of struggle. And I would expect D+ to kind of follow what they've been doing.
What about
give a lot
Barrett?
of resources both in draft and in jungle attention towards the bot side of the map, because playing towards Deft, I think, is the best that DK have looked. And
Rumble,
even if
Jarvan.
you know, like them playing towards that mid-jungle 2v2, they've definitely been the most consistent.
I'm telling you, Lee Sin. Lee Sin Ari.
Right, GAM instantly lock in some
Fuck top,
carry
top's
attack
useless.
combo here. The classic spicy hot pot.
Dex is good
Jarvan Cataclysm, Rumble, ultimate over the top of it, and we had a big
Where's my Lee
conversation
Sin
about
at?
the top side of the map. Rumble has been
Where's my
oppressive
Ari
in the
at?
top side. Not really anyone has been able to find any hard counters to it, so it's mostly just been kind of answers here, and the Cassante will be picked up again. Jarvan with the early ganking potential.
Don't pick
here.
Sejuani.
Like
Don't be weird.
Definitely coming out with some early firepower and D+.
Syndrize.
Maybe weather the storm there.
Kind of
They're
mid.
making their intentions known, aren't they? Like, we are going to play through top. We're going to try and get Levi and Kiaya ahead. Kiaya 5 games on the Rumble in this year, has won 4 of those.
Syndra's kind of mid.
Now we'll see.
There's my Lee Sin, baby.
Jungle Lee Sin for Canyon.
It's good into Rumble Jarvan, I think. No joke.
I
I think Lee Sin is the answer to Rumble Jarvan. I think it is.
Especially love me some Canyon, Lee Sin, Jungle Goat indeed. Let's see.
Crazy that they are giving over Orianna on
Here's
3
your
with double ban.
Orianna, though.
Yeah, it's 4-13, so what? People are just bad at it. Actually, no, never mind. Yeah, that champ sucks. We should buff him. We should buff him.
As D+ and let you have that Orianna protected by
Now they will ban. This is why I don't like it, because you pick Cassante for what? Now they ban Ari LeBlanc or what? And now what? No, they ban Akali. They ban Akali, Ari, and we go LeBlanc. It's kind of mid though. I don't like it. I think they should have picked mid jungle. Fuck top.
Now, I think Showmakers
Oh yeah, Nico as well.
even though
Oh, they're
they
fine. They're
flashed
chilling.
the
They're gonna
Syndra,
Kali
maybe
Ari
that
now.
was a little bit of,
We're
trying
chilling.
to
We're
bait
chilling.
them, because when you're looking at a Jarvan jungle in addition to the
We are
Orianna
chilling.
matchup, you usually want something more mobile to be able to dodge that. Akali, Yone, those types of things. You can go for kill pressure with a Lee Sin as well.
AD bans. No way. Aphelios. Aphelios Zeri.
And if GAM want to
I know what Slater plays.
you know, something like the Akali instead.
And that's kind of a tough one, because both Akali and Azir, I think, are great picks here. Now, the Azir
What?
makes sense to me because it's been the one that Showmaker has mostly been going for.
I mean, you can play Halo Blades Azir in this draft, but I think
By Chovy, has seemed like a very successful.
I think it's a
mid to
Showmaker
late
Akali
answer
game, baby.
into
I
the
think
Orianna
the Akali ban
specifically.
was
And
where
I
it's
wouldn't
at.
be surprised if that is what is picked up. Does mean that the mid jungle 2v2 doesn't really come online until level 6.
Yeah,
Show
I mean,
makeup,
you
play
intentionally
making makeup.
sacrifice some things when you're picking
Renata
Akali.
ban.
The early skirmishing, yes.
They want Rel or what?
That. You're going to sacrifice
Renata good into Rel?
wave push as well early on, but
Nah.
turn into such a good side laner.
No, they can't pick Rel
it
though.
makes
Can
it
they pick
very
Rel?
difficult
Yeah,
for GAM to play anything
not bad. They just
besides
give over
a
Nautilus, I
clumped
guess.
up 5-on-5. But you know, with the comp that they're showing already, that is going to be the
Rakan
direction
blind.
they go.
I mean, it's
no
good champ,
matter
but they're
what.
gonna lose lane now.
The R4 Rakan here from GAM is actually very obvious. Like, it's such an easy pick.
Good
Hasn't
champ,
been banned
lose-
so
good
far.
champ,
Safest
lose lane.
support left, especially with the Renata ban. You can't really
There's
be
the
shut
Rel they
down in the
wanted.
lane too much. It does open up D plus Kia.
Go,
for
Akali,
the
show
Rel
it to me,
pick,
baby.
and then alongside that, their mid lane.
Please,
Akali that
Showmaker,
we've
please
been
play
talking
Akali,
about.
please.
But if I'm GAM, I'm looking at this composition.
I don't even think
I'm very
Showmaker plays
happy
that
with
much
what I've
Akali, but
drafted. You have late game
it's an
insurance
Akali
with
game.
Orianna,
It is.
you have
It just is
jungle
an Akali game.
Early pressure with the Rumble Jarvan, and then you have
You can play
Caedrel,
Ari,
one of his
but it's an
signature
Akali game.
champions in the Rakan.
Come on.
Yeah, this is
Don't be weird.
exactly bread and butter for GAM. Some winning skirmish style stuff towards the top side of the map. Get spicy maybe. Try and get an early lead.
No, it's not a Silas. No, it's not.
Scale super nicely for
Where's
later,
my Akali at,
and
you rat?
Be that big carry for the later team fights. Here's another look though. Showmaker.
many games does Showmaker
gonna
have on
drop
Akali?
down to Silas.
And for me, really big. We'll see how he's able to actually deal with the Rumble ultimate placement. I think we've seen a very big discrepancy between mid laners throwing equalizers and top laners throwing equalizers.
28.
It's definitely a specific skill set.
So he does play a bit of
Do
Akali,
you
yeah?
think that the Zeri, as strong as it is when it comes to mid to late game fights,
Check the Reddit.
might tilt
I'm not
the
checking
GAM
the Reddit.
composition
Shut up.
a little bit too far into the scaling direction?
All right,
Because
remember
I
the
do
draft.
think that
Remember the
D+
drill.
For all their mid game faults, we've
You
seen
can
them
use your your tier 1 Prime subscription to avoid ads for the whole tournament. No way, Caedrel. What does that mean? That means that you never get interrupted for ads. Well, does that mean that if I don't do it, I'm gonna get ads during the game? No, of course not. You would never get ads during the game. I would never let that happen. I'm talking about in between the games. Wait, so that means that I get to listen to you talk to your chat during the breaks? Yeah, it does! No way! Yeah! So how do I do that? I just press one button and sub. Really? Cool, man! There you go.
In mid lane, try and make some visits early and
La la la. La la la. La 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 la. Alright, sorry. It's all out of me now. The degeneracy is gone. It's out of me. I flushed it out. We're gonna focus on the game now. Yo, Coochie, thanks for the 5 gifted. Wait, 10 gifted. You're mental.
You have to think that DK will be investing
Thank
into vision early,
Here's a kiss. Do you want a kiss?
To make sure
Hi from San Diego. Now that NA is dead, it's time to rat out. Yo, thanks for the 1000 bits, bro.
Yeah, for me personally, I'm going to be looking towards how well
Petro, you're actually looking handsome in Korea. How come you look like a rat in Europe?
2v2s and 3v3s.
What do you mean I look like a rat in Europe?
If this goes even for like the first 10-15 minutes,
what are you on about?
I think that you're in a great position here as GAM. However, what I expect is Kenyan is going to be looking to
Let me tell you a secret. Lighting is a beautiful thing. Wait, there's Deft in the crowd. What's he doing there? Yo, get on stage. What's he doing?
The game becomes very hard to keep
Yo, Mods, where's the Gamba at?
Yeah, definitely going to be worried about.
We ain't got no time for wasting time. Yo, Mods, where's the Gamba at?
The last couple have gone as well, and see if this Rumble will actually take off, and we can judge it by the Huni ignite or no ignite in top side.
Oh, yeah.
I think this
Where
one
is the Gamba? Gamba. Mods, where is the Gamba?
Have the Jarvan jungle. Really get in there.
Bro,
look for those
I don't pay you guys for nothing.
Early on, transfer it into an early Rift Herald. Start taking away.
Who wins game 1, DK or GAM? There's the Caedrel Gamba. Boom. There you go. I got it. Don't worry. It's GAM time.
Having defeated BDS a couple of days ago, can they continue that run? I think GAM probably one of the easier opposition they could have faced in this bracket. There were some challenging teams sitting at 1 and 2, but you have to beat who's in front of you. And this year, D plus Kia have struggled to do so at times.
Yeah, and I want to explain the meme that we have there to the right, like Showmaker carrying the log.
Sure.
It's a metaphor
Remove
to use the log,
sub alerts top right.
DK,
oh shit, yeah, we'll do.
Where everyone in the team needs to make sure
My bad.
that they collectively carry the log, and they'll just have like one guy do it while the rest are like shouting, "You're doing a good job. Keep it up. Go carry that log to the other side
Medic,
of the arena."
pop off.
Okay, I'm glad you explained it, because I kind of thought he was like lounging on a couch.
No.
Oh yeah, just chilling.
No, he was struggling.
As the rest of the team were watching him. If I shout who's got the log in the middle of a cast, can you follow up on? Let's get on to Summoner's Rift for our first game of
Summoner's Rift. Come on in, let's have a fucking game, shall we?
Against the GAM, an elimination match. The loser of this best of 3
Wear a Damwon jersey? That's a good question.
It's a team log, Medic.
It's a team log.
It's very similar to the bus driver. You know, someone always has to be the bus driver. And if you're on the bus, then you just say thank you for the free LP.
Okay, sure. But you not multiple people driving the bus, because that would be
that's
a bit
dangerous.
more, yeah. Okay, but multiple people need to carry the log.
You can be a good passenger on the bus.
That's true. And you guys can also be good passengers watching at home, because you don't need to forget to log in and watch on lollysports.com to earn exclusive Worlds 2023 drops like emotes.
No, Medic.
And
no, Medic, I won't do that. No, Medic, I won't do that.
Cool. The drops, you can get some cool stuff.
So, chat, who do you want to win? Tell me.
So, 2 things I want to note. Kana has not gone for Aftershock, which is tech we see a lot into the Rumble, where you itemize for
GAM.
early
The whole
MR,
chat
and then
wants
with
GAM to win so they can
Aftershock, you're
spam
actually
based.
able
I
to
predicted
shrug
it.
off
That's the only
DRS.
reason they're saying that.
And Kiaya, and Huni's on the desk, so I won't go into too much detail, but did go for the teleport here, as opposed to the Ignite. Now, of course, as mentioned, this is Cassante lane, so you can feel like you might have less kill pressure there, but it does really diminish some of the pressure.
I want Damwon to win because I want them to go to the next round. Because they're a good team. And I don't need to be based. I can just be right. And I'll be happy with that.
From that lane, away from the
Now, shut up.
away from the Rumble, not as scared. And meanwhile, Wonder if he
Or
actually
GAM
makes
can win, to
his,
be honest.
his look to try
If
and
GAM
punish
wins and then
Showmaker,
weibo
start
draws
burning
them,
his
that's
flash early
perfect.
and
I don't mind
really
that.
try and get the most out of some of these
So what's happening?
early pushing
Jungle
levels here
opposite side
for the
clear?
Orianna, 'cause having that early advantage in wave clear here.
What? I have so much energy today, bro. I'm so, like, I'm pumped. Why is it the one day that I'm a little bit sick, I have the most energy? Does being sick give you more, like, energy cells?
Being placed earlier, so Levi will be tracked as he works his way across. In fact, they pretty much know that he started on the bot side of the map because he hasn't appeared on his Razor Beams yet, and if he had appeared, then they would know that he started topside.
Yeah, and we're about to see
What?
now the reveal.
What is?
And they'll know both junglers.
What are they
just
called? The
going
energy
for
cells.
Smooth, full clears
That make
here.
you have energy.
All lanes kind of going as expected too.
Glucose cells?
Kati got to push in the first couple of waves. Bounce on back now. Meanwhile,
everyone's
bottom
full
side
clearing.
is
Look at
pushing for
Jarvan.
Damwon. Excuse me, D+.
ATP.
As expected as well.
Took us in
ATP.
like 4 months into, for me at least, into spring.
Took me years to change SKT to T1.
Yeah. That
Fuck's ATP.
that comes with the territory. And
Sounds like a map call
right
in Call of
now,
Duty.
we did actually see pings going down from GAM as well. So
Look how slow Lee Sin clear is.
Levi
Takes
was
forever.
getting tracked towards the top side of his map, but isn't really going to mean too much
Buff it.
with Slater and Palat being very conservative with their trading. I say as Palat goes in, he's recon, so he's fine. There is already an opportunity for a dive, so the knowledge not going to lead to anything.
Okay,
right
both
now,
junglers did the same thing.
a crap trade.
Lanes are stable.
I would say that's sort of a calm
Sides
play
are giving
is one
push
where
when they're
as an
opposite
AD
side
carry,
jungle.
kind of like maybe Kellen jumps in with the W on the rel, but apart from that, I really can't trade because there's a minion under the tower anyway. Though I would much prefer to last hit
Jarvan's
than trying to get some damage down onto
finishing
the rel.
crab.
Overall,
Oh,
not
didn't
too
get
much
spotted, but he
happening
should
down in the
see the
bot
crab.
lane. I believe
Good vision
that Canyon
toggle.
was spotted.
Canyon, what?
As we see
How is
Kali
he mid?
pushing up, pallet trading in the
Hello,
side
cameraman.
as Kellen and Def get the right side of that
Oh,
one. Levi
miscue.
coming in, doesn't land
Classic.
the EQ, but Showmaker forced away half HP. And it's just ships passing in the night as both the junglers
How
work
did he
their
get
way
out of vision
down
onto
towards
mid?
the opposite side of the map.
Yeah, it seems like we'll have a pretty calm opening to this very important game for both of these teams. Such a meaningful series here with both of these teams going through their struggles, like you said, already in the tournament.
Where's
GAM, of
Kellen?
course, coming
Kellen's on my
through
desk, he's
play-ins,
chilling.
Dropping early, but then
Kellen's chilling on the
being
desk.
able to still. Oh,
it's a good
Oh
trade.
my god,
Pallet's
they're
so
getting
low,
2v2
and he does
killed.
100 HP. Ignite
I
is
told you,
taking
you
on
pick
him when he
Rakan,
got
you
away.
sacrifice lane.
Void Seeker's enough.
You pick Rakan, you sacrifice lane. It's good champ, but you can't grief it, and they griefed it.
The W, gets the first blood
Holy
bonus.
deft.
That is
Good
exactly
job!
where D+
Good
want
job!
their money.
You're doing
All right,
great.
now,
You see
one
what
more
happens when you
call
don't play
from
Alistar?
GAM. All right, now
You're
it's time
useful.
to turn it into overdrive.
Yeah, you're
Once
useful.
you see Def get first
Good
blood,
job, Kellen.
better turn up the pace.
Not the start that you're looking for. Already this Kaisa going
And he's gonna
to get
freeze
ahead.
it.
And
Jarvan
this
has
is
the lane
something
gank
that
to push
I really
out.
appreciate about the D+ composition is all. Kellen? You are
He's
alone.
by himself, so
Yeah, I don't know about that
Get
one.
him, Kellen.
Yeah,
hit him.
His skill shot hit percentage.
Yeah, particularly given Kellen's tournament thus far, you know. His Enchanter plays looked great. His engage play, not really the level that we've come to expect from
Nice,
this
Deft
player.
only lost 1 minion.
But particularly because if Kaisa gets that look at the rest of the team, every
Showmaker
single
needs
lane
to
is
base
set up for
soon.
killer instinct, right? So if you ever are able to set up a play,
Support base timer.
and
Imagine losing
rotate
lane
Deft
but punishing
away,
your jungler
you
for it. See
get
that?
him so much fat or so much more
2v2
fat
kill bot,
very, very quickly.
and my jungler loses Raptors because they're out of base
Kellen
first.
doing his job, you know.
Cringe
his
roll.
whole point there was just to try and delay.
Punish for winning lane.
A little bit getting under the tower to allow Def time to arrive, so he can pick them all up and maximize his gold. Meanwhile, the jungle
Cringe.
Raptor fight, the classic, does go the way of the cheater who brings his support with him.
Look, I've
You're
had
10
many
seconds
fights
behind.
over fried chicken over the years. I don't really blame them.
No, I'm not.
Over that. We saw Levi as well come down towards the bottom lane to make sure that Slayer could.
No, I'm not. I knew it. That's as far as I can go, you fuck. It's because I'm in Korea. You're in somewhere else. There's a difference.
Yeah, you always have to be really careful versus
I can't go
to get
further.
within Q range of the brush, because yes,
I'm as
the
further
crash
as
down's pretty
possible.
easy to dodge if there's nothing to set it up. But if you get in that
Now
Q
it's
range
doing
of
this
the
shit.
brush,
Why do I
does a
read this
very
chat?
good job, hits them, then easy crash down follow up, and enough burst damage with that ignite, with the W hitting. With that bottom lane pressure as well, it's going to be a pretty easy setup for Drake #1 here for Damwon, so they have a pretty clear path to start controlling their objectives.
And that's the unfortunate part. If that kill on bot side doesn't happen,
YouTube
you know,
chat is
the
off,
little
YouTube
plays,
chat's off.
stealing the chickens, keeping track of Canyon,
Trick
using
Q,
the priority
DDX.
that Orianna
Shut up.
has early, can feel really good. But because of the fact that Deft already has
No, it should be fine now.
very,
It'll even out after like 10
very
seconds
good-
more.
is in a very good position in this 1v1. Plus still has heal. Callan still has a stun. Just Canyon just keeps losing against Scuttle. This seems to be a
I told you it happens. You laugh at me for it, but it happens.
I'm not going to pretend I know what is happening with Doran. He's an enigma.
Canyon also still kills the Scuttle Crab. Just a little I don't need this. Takes away the blue buff as well. Wow, Levi's looking mid with level 6. Showmaker still has flash though, so it's pretty hard to actually get the kill there.
Bro, he's dead again. No, he's not. He is. Bro, I need to pause and play, but I don't want to do it yet.
Oh man,
I need to fix it, wait. Okay, it's fixed now. This fucking cringe chatter just baited. Oh, Kellen! Kellen, what the fuck are you doing?
Dodge to the side, has hit 6, has that lightning crash if he wants. It continues to put the damage down on Def. Def trying to trade back in. Slater flashes away.
Oh, Canyon!
Rage is enough to secure the kill.
And Levi's kind of around, but they're going to see Levi on some wards, so I don't think Levi's even going to be able to get any kills.
Bro, their
back
bot lane
for
is getting
GAM.
blasted.
Heartbreaking for GAM, and it is just a tutorial for D+.
And D+ feels so confident because
Bot lane
not
getting
only was
blasted.
Canyon invading, look at the bot side vision that they have. It was the same thing that they did against BDS, where they are able to play this aggressively.
Bro, his
because of
Rakan
the
is just getting
control
absolutely
that
gapped and
Canyon's able to
slapped.
get. And then the moment that pallet goes down, I understand Slater, because I feel like at this point the desperation sets in, right? You're playing against a 2-0 Kaisa. You want to try and get something going. Kellen doesn't hit the Q.
I honestly think he wins the 2v1 if we don't have Canyon show up at the end.
But they also don't do that unless they have Canyon.
Doesn't even press Q.
So
and the heal
just
was enough
war
to
jump,
keep
flash,
alive in the
kick,
end there,
E.
so it might have just
Legend.
been a flash for heal. Yeah.
But with the way that this early game is going, with D+ smashing this GAM bottom lane in this fashion, it means that it's going to be so difficult for GAM to rely on that for later, and D+ can
Showmaker's actually losing lane.
They can now really start to focus on the Rift Herald that has arrived, and so we have support roam timers. So it looks like Kellen is going to get sight of Slater roaming up, and GAM, their kind of idea of sending all 5 for the Rift Herald fight gets sussed out.
Kellen already level 6 as well. Pallet still
Oriana.
a wave and a half away.
Yeah, but I feel like Akali can go a little bit
Levi
evener.
has
More,
started
maybe.
up this Rift Herald, and looks like DK actually either unaware or deciding not to fight it.
Yeah, during the vision toggle, it looked like they didn't see him, but I think once he turned around, back around the Herald, they did. And Canyon says, that's fine. You can go Rift Herald, you can go top side.
What?
I'm just going to continue.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying if they picked it.
Control down here, so Deft can eat.
He's already got 150
Oh, cancel recall for Raptors. When bots on the threat of dive and losing bot camps. Oi, oi, oi.
Sitting in his inventory.
And this is always what you want to do as a jungler when you've got a lane like that you want to keep in isolation so you can keep on winning. If you just take away the jungle camps of your opponent that are on the bottom side of the map,
He doesn't want to take Grom because he doesn't want to show.
Control, then
but their bot lane's base, so you can yoink it.
And help out their bottom lane, then you will lose out on efficiency. You'll lose out on time because you don't have your own camps to farm to fall back on there because Canyon's already taken them away.
Kyrgyzstan obviously building into Storm Razor as well. Briefly skipped my mind, but it is Storm Razor for Deft on the guys. So there's so many builds.
Smited at 1 HP that Grom.
This is a mistake that Aiming made in week 1 of LCK as well, leading to some static shift shenanigans. But as mentioned, the fact that the Kaisa is this accelerated also means that the stacking
just running the map.
is going to become really easy for D+.
He's a level up.
Like that's one of the premier ways where even if you have a composition which I think
top lane is
struggle
boring.
a little bit in 5v5 against
No, kill him!
GAM, if you're up like 3
Mid is
Drakes,
winning
you
for
can just
GAM,
trade
but not for
objectives
long.
across the map
When
and
he's got
accelerate
Everfrost
the
now,
flow.
he just needs some setup.
Really have to
When
worry
Lee Sin
that
bases
much
for
about
Gold
the
Drinker, I guess,
5v5
here,
for
they
the
force
next,
Drake.
I don't know how many minutes. Look at the gold on Deft.
Yeah, oh my god, this game is so hard for GAM. It's on 1k gold, 1.5, but he's spiking so hard this season.
Delete the last 30-45 seconds from Levi. No camps on the bottom side for him to take it all, so he just kind of wanders through D+ vision, hangs around mid lane for a second on more D+ vision, and
Rumble boots, Pep
only has to be able
XTD.
to go salvage his grubs
Yeah,
up here,
steel
so
caps is not
really
going to be
good
great
stuff
later
from
on.
Canyon to continue to play off the same area of the map to just further increase the lead, and that's something, those little min-max things for junglers to be able to deny enemy camps like that and deny your.
Well, it's so awkward for Jarvan to be here. His Rumble just based right in front of him. And he has no TP, so what's the plan here?
Now Levi's doing a little bit of a surprise, but there's no DPS here, so maybe just hold the wave until they get their lane
you're
swap
gonna
and
lose. Your
Slater
bot
comes up.
is gonna get absolutely fisted for
Yeah,
that.
you also see clear indication. GAM's
Oh, they're
like, we're not going to
swapping.
be able to contest this dragon anyway, so Levi showing doesn't really change anything here. The problem is that knowing that Levi is on top
Herald
side does
top,
mean
sure,
that Deft
but
can play even more aggressive. As Pallet, I don't know if he knows about Kellen.
Kellen!
He's able to dodge away in
Okay.
time. One of the
I think
things
Kana clears, no?
great about Rakan is just how
Rakan showed bot.
slippery he can be. Pallet escapes the gank. 2 plates fall in the top lane, but that's already been answered by 2 plates in the
I
bottom
didn't know
lane
if you need to ult
for
that wave, buddy,
DK.
but
About
we'll allow it.
1,500 gold lead as we get over that 12-minute mark.
The other kind of knock-on effect for
You also kind of
like
missed.
that, you get a really early transformation to be able to get your smite upgraded, to have
Riot.
advantage in smite fights. And with so many of like these
Nah, Cloud Soul is cringe, you're right.
Rift Heralds and
Cloud Soul is
Barons
super
coming
cringe.
down to a lot of possible smite fights. If you get your upgraded version and
Weird
your
swap.
opponent is still sitting on a couple of extra camp clears that they were unable to get,
Ah, it was
because
a
you
fine
denied them,
swap.
and then spent a bunch of time shadowing lanes.
They knew they were losing Drake, and they would never get push bot for Herald, and they don't want to give gold to Rumble, so they want to give gold to Zeri, so they swap Zeri for 300 gold and then swap her back. Not the worst, to be honest.
The advantage for his laners on the bottom side. I mean, D+, game number 1 is looking like it's going straight
Not the worst.
through
Now they're going
D+
1-3-1.
plans. Showmaker now going to make a visit as well, see if he can try his hand at the lane swap as they rotate their AD carry and support towards mid.
Now for GAM, I think the gold lead specifically is still
Catty is
manageable. You know,
Chobi.
it's not looking too odd, and I do think that once
That
the
Zeri
next
needs to be
Drake,
careful.
By the way, Cloud Drake, which D+ obviously will love.
Sylas with Zeri ult
Having
is big
seen that
burst, right?
Drake,
It's like Blitzcrank ult.
basically infinite times since we the LCK love those. But particularly with the power of the wombo combat that they still have, one of the biggest weaknesses of DK
Death's
and the
gonna roam
reason why
top
they've
for dive.
struggled against teams like KT
Man, Canyon is just
and
power farming.
Genji in particular is that
This is a
their team
jungler's wet
fighting has
dream,
been
being able to
pretty hit or
power
miss,
farm
and
on
they've been
sides
known
of
to
lanes,
try and
which are winning
overengage.
hard,
So I would really
so you
like
can
to
take
see
their camps,
GAM
but
keep
don't
up
have
the
the
ward so
action.
that
Does
they
that make
can go
sense?
for these type of press it. Oh, there we go.
Big flash away from Death that keeps getting chucked by Cloud.
So like he can
That's
take
part
his
of the
Gromp
power of Gam's
for free because they're
composition.
botting that's the
How
base. He can
explosive
take Krugs
it
for
will be
free
in the
because
early
Rumble
game,
has
but
to
they
give
do
up.
have this good scaling, as you both
There's no
mentioned as
committal
well,
or
that,
defense.
Orianna, after probably 2 items,
Orianna
can
is
really
OP
start
as
to
fuck.
take
What is
over
going
again.
on?
And yeah, catching them in rotations, right? Example there, D+ often goes for these fights when they don't necessarily have the resources to. And I like this push from
They
GAM,
just lost
playing
mid
really
tower,
aggressively
just like that.
towards Mid. It's first turret blood. This for free.
I mean, I will say, slight gold lead for Deft in the AD carry. Well, yes, he did just burn his flash, but he was kind of isolated.
He's
We'll
fine.
See how well he does in team fights later on.
In the VCS, Kati generally was their like late game insurance here. So for the Orianna, such a champion that scales so well on this patch, to be getting those resources and to take away the safety of the mid lane, to be able to rotate through these plays, over through the jungle, over up to second Rift Herald and Dragon number 3. Maybe this is the angle for GAM to get there. Jarvan engage, because they want the big wombo combo. Remember, they want to use all of their champions, all of their ultimates in concert to be able to wombo combo Damwon, or D+ here. And Deft will be the big target.
Kobe said
because
Damwon.
Kati early blew his flash.
You have
They
Kelly
can
with
get
you?
that
Yeah, I
Jarvan
do.
combo
He's
with
playing good so
Shockwave,
far.
With Rumble ultimate onto Deft. Even with the Killer Instinct reposition, they should be able to get him.
It's actually incredible timing.
So much defensive vision.
2 minutes on the Cloud Drake, it would be so pointless.
I don't know.
for DK
GAM's
if they
comp
can
is
take that
pretty good, and
without
Kai'Sa has no
flash.
flash.
I wonder how
I think
aggressive
if GAM
DK
executes
will
good
want to be,
fight, they can
especially
actually
since
maybe
we're
win
seeing
this Herald.
First items completed on the side of GAM. Now we'll see
Huh?
a little bit of a catch out here on Pallet, but that's once again the slipperiness of Rakan.
I think GAM can win a fight, but I know GAM's gonna make mistakes. Often teams who are like weaker will just go in alone and get chunked out randomly, or they won't coordinate well. So make sure you're on the same page. What's the plan? What's the plan? Look for Kai'Sa. Find Kai'Sa. Where's Kai'Sa? You see Kai'Sa, anyone? Oh, see Kai'Sa now. See on the Herald. Okay. Jarvan can dive. He needs ball though.
The knockup.
Can maybe steal?
Doesn't quite hit. Flamespitter coming
We're not going in. K's in, but he's out. Oh my god, it's a horror. The coordination is terrible. They could have fucked them so hard there, GAM. The Rumble Jarvan Orianna ult was all a bit messy.
GAM get a kill out of it.
Worthy trade there for D+, but they do have to give up their rel, so they're not
Oi,
getting
oi,
in
oi,
for free.
Kellen.
GAM able to pick up
What
a kill.
are we doing,
We'll
little
see
bro?
Who's in a better position here? And
What are
if,
we doing?
If Kana doesn't flash Kati's ultimate there, I think he goes down as well.
One of the big things is that GAM used every single ultimate there. So while they got a kill, now we're going to be
Orianna
looking
goes
at 30
Oblivion Orb,
seconds
second
on this
item.
next Cloud Dragon.
With the Herald.
Yeah, and Canyon and Showmaker both saved their ultimates So we'll take another look at it.
So where is it? Jarvan flash ults Kai'Sa, EQ's out. Rumble ults in the Jarvan ult, the she ulted out of. And Orianna Shockwave gets flashed by Cassante. It's a fucking horror.
But I want to see if Damwon can now force it on the Dragon as Showmaker goes for the 1v1.
The Shockwave stolen, but Kati! The flash burn from Showmaker.
Solo McBolo.
And that's going to be D+ able to pick up a kill there. No Orianna, and that means the Drake a foregone conclusion. Soul point here at 17 minutes for D+.
There we go. Showmaker saves his ultimate from the fight, goes for the 1v1 after. Orianna Sombrero
nice dark
ultimate,
seal, bro.
point blank, gets the kill. Flash
Why you gotta do him like that?
And guarantees Damwon, Dragon number 3.
Let's go, Kellen. Yeah, hit him, Kellen. Get him, boy. I love you.
Gotta be honest, not bad. They've done a great job of controlling through the bottom lane. We haven't really seen GAM be as explosive as perhaps was promised. They are scaling into this game, and it's still only 1,000.
GAM's gonna go Nocturne comp next game, aren't they?
Cloud Soul is great and all,
you
but
fucking
it's
know
not
they are.
the most impactful soul for this game.
And I'm kind of wondering
Stinky.
for D+, as Showmaker will get sussed out here. There's a lot of reinforcements on the way as well, so he's not going to try and make any risky moves, although Cannon and Kellen there, maybe they want to go, but everyone's aware of each other, so shouldn't be going in too aggressive.
T1 win. What do you mean T1 win? They're playing tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow is crazy.
Showmaker is unmatched, right? Should be able to
G2 eliminating NRG and T1 versus BLG. Oh, nice Everfrost.
From that point on, is CC perfectly.
Plus 147 from first strike? What?
With no regrets.
What? He just got like, how much gold did he just get? He got 350 for the kill, 150 for first strike. He's got 500.
If you're a DK, right? So he can play heavily towards getting more gold, and then by the time you actually do decide to 5v5, your lead should be accelerated so much from the turrets.
That's crazy.
One thing that I think D+ did really well in their series against BDS that we haven't really seen them be able to, which is getting a lot of objectives. The Dragons, yes, but the turrets are all still standing, so GAM are still really safe on the map here, and I think D+ need to snowball, might start here.
Kana looking for a little bit of flank. The Rift Herald will charge in.
Dokla clears.
Using that Cloud Rift to speed his way up towards the top lane, but Slater, aware of it, will back away. And that vision line continues to extend from DK. A couple of wards just towards the GAM side of the map. And it's a position where it can become hard to play from behind, because although your towers do remain, you're always pushed back in the lane. It gives DK that option just to move between the lanes ever so slightly quicker.
And while those towers for GAM do remain, right now they are very tenuous.
They're struggling.
Every single
Zeri
one
Bork?
of them
Yeah, it's not the first
here,
time. I think Slater did this before.
A lot of standing gold for D+ to be able to knock
Here's
over
Bork
pretty
Navori.
quickly if they make a hard push. And honestly, I think that Showmaker should be able to get top right now while Kana also simultaneously gets the bottom. So this could be a big balloon and gold lead. And I definitely expect D+ to hard force on the coming Dragon. They've already got Rage Blade done for Deft. 2-item power spike for the Kai'Sa at 20 minutes.
Also mean, particularly with Rage Blade, like Baron is gonna go up in seconds.
Rumble down CS.
Right, so GAM are gonna
yeah, I mean the game just feels like they're getting outclassed individually.
Try and contest towards the
it's kind of sad, but it is what it is. Life do be like that sometimes.
Have people isolated, so you kind of have to move as a 5-man unit towards Dragon. But if DK spots you,
the thing is, they're also spiking so hard now. Look at Kai'Sa, Sylas, and Cassante. They're 2-item endies. Look at GAM's vision as well. This Rakan just had to blow his load top for wards.
Because they get soul, and
but he has refreshed now, so maybe they can get some deep vision.
I don't think you need more mobility on things like the Rel or Kai'Sa or particularly the Sylas, and Cloud Soul definitely going to be unfun to play into in that regard.
Yeah, maybe you don't need more mobility, but
feels like GAM hasn't really done anything, have they?
Dang is
they had like one Herald fight, but they were running away.
From Showmaker in his side lane, like if he gets Cloud Soul.
Well, they can't get away more.
Yeah, I mean, you know, actually, is that worse? Maybe not. It's fine.
All right. Let's see too, because with both sides pushing in, I mean, Gamma in such a touch spot, you're constantly losing on side lanes being pushed in.
What do you do if you're GAM?
The collapse into the
catch top wave on Zeri,
even possible dives
wait for Navori,
so
just all in mid.
D+ could be able to collapse here. It looks like GAM setting up for the
Jarvan needs to get Kai'Sa somehow, or Kai'Sa sums.
Ultimate. GAM hoping that they can pull out the Miracle Wombo combo. Deft and Showmaker both have flash now though, so pretty difficult to actually accomplish.
It's also really hard for GAM if they look for an engage because you just don't have vision in the river. You have one ward in that bot side bush and one ward in the mid lane and one ward just over here, but Kalim was up backing in the pixel bush on the top side. You don't know that. He could be behind you for all the knowledge you have. So this is where it becomes very hard for GAM to actually find those wombo engages, and really they're hoping that DK over-invest into them, and then they can
There's Navori's area, I think. He sold D-Blade. Drake's in 30.
Exists in all states.
Yeah, just go fight.
Flanking, inting, sometimes. Not this game though, absolutely.
Rumble
really
spacing for what? Do you have Night Harvester?
Starting off a lot of the action on the
No, he
bottom
cancelled
side,
his base. They have Sterax.
And really
Okay, they're pushing 2 items, kinda.
Let's get it then. 7 seconds on this dragon.
Your comp's gonna fall off a cliff if you don't fight this Drake.
Big opportunity here.
And we did just get the quick blades done for Slater as well. It's also Kati finishing Morello, Sterix for Levi. So GAM gonna try desperately. If they can get a teamfight win here, it could be what stabilizes the game for them. And with this teamfight comp, that could be enough.
Kellen looking for the flank. Dragon already down to 5,000 HP. Canyon looking for the kick as well as Pallet. Has to back away.
Canyon.
Jump in here. Canyon comes back in.
Oh my god, it's all so scuffed. It's the worst engage I've ever seen in my life. Deft didn't even have to flash. Oh my god, it's all so scuffed. Their execution is just lacking when they're playing such a hard engage comp.
Reset and even look to try and set up around Baron. 30 seconds left on Levi, the jungler. No flash left on him either. Kanna's going to split push on bottom for a second. Now he goes to channel the recall on.
They're going to force
the teleport. Looks like they are going to make the rotation.
Ooh, and also do note, Deft still has his ultimate available, so if anyone from GAM steps too far forward, he can join in a moment's notice. And as mentioned, with that Rage Blade, Nash is going to go up in seconds.
It's gone.
Yeah, I don't think Levi has
Sylas can just E over the pit in a second. And kill Orianna if they get vision over the wall.
They can 4-on-5 try and just force them off with a fight.
What are you going to do? Just walk at them? Yeah. That's what they're trying right now. But
Shockwave,
be honest,
maybe?
Not most effective strategy
Sylas
I've
can
ever
run at
seen.
anyone.
And Canyon secures
This game's not even close.
And Kiaya pays for it with his life.
All right, let's wrap it up.
The problem is the game needs to be more fighting. Like, they can't just arrive at a game-deciding team fight and Kai'Sa has sums and ult. What do you do? You're also engaging 10 miles away. You need more action in the game to play these champs. Like, Jarvan should be EQing in on mid waves, ulting Kai'Sa for fun, getting her flash. Ganking sides. People should be lacking summoners. They have no openings. What do you want to do? Playing straight up clean 5v5 is not good for Jarvan Rumble. They have no threat. Even if they land the Jarvan ult, Rumble ult, just flash Kai'Sa ult doesn't do anything.
Was able to hit the flash. It meant that Deft was able to actually continue to 1v1, and then no one else could get to him because of the zoning that was being done. And then GAM, I think, you know, trying to get anything done there, I understand, but at the same time, they did actually use all their ultimates in that fight. So without your ultimates and without your Jarvan, the composition just doesn't have the power necessary. And now Soul's there, DK gets to pick up all that objective gold.
Well, the quicker Damwon ends, the quicker we get to KT LNG. Am I right?
You're really gonna need a miracle.
Any KT LNG enjoyers, basically?
From this position, should be able to cruise here towards a game 1 victory. Now that's been said before.
So I'm just checking, D+ aren't like KT, where if we say they're going to win, they lose, right?
Not, I don't know.
Not to that extent?
That depends on which D+ fan you ask.
Okay. Definitely not right now, too, with a 7,000 gold lead, with the Dragon Soul, with the Baron buff, and they've still got a minute and 20 seconds left on
he could have one-shot him if he hit the Everfrost.
Showmaker going in, Kiaya
Well,
just
I guess he's one-shot anyway.
Showmaker puts an equalizer down himself and pops the stopwatch so he doesn't go pop underneath the tower. Inhibitor tower already down as Deft flashes forward. Slater with the
Deft clean.
the shield from the Guardian from Pallet.
Deft clean. Oh, Pallet, that was disgusting.
Away as Canyon looks for the kick.
It's all disgusting.
Just pushing in on 3 separate fronts.
Well, I guess C9 lost 4 minutes ago, and Mad lost, what, 7 minutes ago, 8 minutes ago, 9 minutes ago? Could be worse.
Down for 20. D+ looking to end game 1.
Levi puts the
Levi ults and breaks the stream. What the fuck?
As they boil him in the midst of it. The kick back as well.
They Jarvan ulted more than one person, so its seismic created on Summoner's Rift and broke the stream.
26 minutes is all it took for DK to once again defeat a team lower ranked than them.
I don't think anyone's surprised.
And it might not be his birthday, but Deft to me really standing out here, and him, and most importantly,
GAM
Callan
didn't do anything all game. But they have the CEO on their side. He's like, guys, it's okay, we're gonna go next. That was just a warm-up. That was just a warm-up.
But for Callan, even though, you know, we've seen Slayer and Palat already struggle a little bit with 2v2s, you take any win you can get. Callan's first couple of games were so incredibly rough. Some of the worst plays we've seen from him ever.
Impossible.
Right? Even going back to his Team Dynamics
What's impossible?
days.
What is?
So being able to get
Beating me in Mario Kart? True.
break open the game.
I fist anyone in Mario Kart. No one even tried.
Yeah, he started it all. The Q from the brush,
Mods pay
into
up the
crash
points.
down, Ignite for the first blood there for D+, and they never looked back. Then Canyon takes control.
He talked about
uses
how
that
to draft.
foothold of the winning bottom lane, completely takes away Levi's
How
options on that
do I
side
know
of the
what they're
map,
gonna
and
draft? Well,
pure control from
to be
D+, in
honest,
game
I think
number one.
anyone
So,
in the planet
we
can
gotta
know
change something
what a
up
team is
quick
gonna
for
pick
GAM in
on
game
one,
number two.
I will say, as much as
two,
DK had the control,
in most
I
cases.
do think that GAM
It's like learning an
didn't do as
opening
much
for
in the early
chess,
game
you
as
know?
usually
Anyone
seen.
can
It
like
felt more like they were trying to
figure out
react
what's
to
OP in
DK
first
putting the
bigot,
pressure on
you
it,
know?
like they were
It's just a
comfortable
game of
staying
elimination.
towards two
Oh,
items.
you ban Zaya and
We
Oriana's
didn't see
open?
Levi
I'll
around
pick
PI.
I'll pick
We didn't
Oriana.
see pressure through
Oh, you
the
didn't
top
ban
jungle,
Zaya?
which is where they've thrived so
I'll pick
much.
Zaya.
I would love to see that a little bit more.
And
in
then
games.
1-2 is pretty
Yeah, and I
obvious
think
as
that the
well.
draft didn't
I think
give
anything
him
after that,
as
you kind of need
much
to know like
room
matchups,
to maybe
what
do
fits
so.
in your comp,
Particularly the
what you're
Zarya
gonna
who
pick
really
into
tipped
what,
it over into
and how are you gonna
just
like
sit
ban
back
around
and
it,
wait. And against D+, I think
and like what options you have into
see
into
what the analysts say
to
as
make
well as we can
certain
hand over
champs
to
work
them
together,
after DK took down game
as well
one.
as looking at like a prior list in your head.
Exactly the same as what you
To be
guys
honest,
said, I
just
think,
takes a lot of
especially
games.
This guy, Deft,
A lot of games,
the
a lot of
resident alpaca
grinding.
here on the desk for today, and I think they talked about the draft, but honestly,
A lot of
you
theory.
got a pretty good draft for GAM. I think you can be really happy with that. So I think that's the most frustrating thing, perhaps, about how this early game went.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it kind of felt like they got everything you could possibly want. I mean, you got the strongest pick in top, you got the strongest pick that was available, jungle, Oriana, you got the Rakan, but the problem was the Rakan
Cancel
was kinda
R,
get dumpstered
Miss
like this,
Q,
where it just was
drink
not
milk,
working out at all.
Giga Chat,
And
my
once Palace
streamer.
started to fall behind, it all
What?
fell apart for GAM.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point. Like, if you're getting dumpstered this much in professional league, especially on bottom
What are you on
piece
about?
meta, when there's a Kai'Sa and Zeri, both are super high for carry, it's just not possible. And also the problem is that I think that Rumble, J4, Oriana, they are strong. They can easily make a proactive play on the top side, but we didn't see anything from the GAM, which is like, that's unusual. That's not we expected to what GAM to do it.
And I think it became very hard for GAM to kind of do that because you saw, okay, well, because we now lost Boss, well, our Rakan isn't hitting level 6 as Rift Herald's up, so we need to now bring Slater up into the mix so then he can try and play for Rift Herald. Now he's losing out more on bot, and then they tried to rotate him, he's losing out more in the CS, and
These
it just
double
became more
combos
and
are
more
so
of an
good.
issue where this lead in bot lane was growing, and there was just no stopping Deft in this
It tipped the scale so much that the bot lane lead was growing because when you look at it pound for pound, as we're going to take a look at this Drake fight, if GAM
Is there any mods in the chat? Is there any mods?
Jarvan, the layering of the
Is there
Rumble
any
ult
mods
and
in the chat?
Oriana ult. Why
Mods.
didn't it work, Huni?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, they were behind, and also they lost whole control. I mean, that's it. I mean, honestly, they had to fight that without any single control. That, like, I think previously there was a good example on topside Reaver fight on the Rift Herald. Like, they actually won because like they were playing around the positioning well. But the thing is, like, it just cannot working well after they got these fall behind.
Yeah, and as well, I mean, in so many of these fights, it's never like DK are all in the one spot. I mean, yes, here they are, but like, when you look at that last Dragon fight, if you want everyone to be in the same room, well, if you're looking at Damwon, one's looking in through the window,
Canyon
one's at the back
3k
door,
damage,
one's on the
OME.
attic, like, they're all over the place. No one is actually in the same place for you to hit this big wombo combo, and I think it was really well executed by DK, both of that Dragon fight, the second Rift Herald fight. Every time DK just looked prepared to actually come in for the scrap and go, well, you're not going to get us.
Yes, and it's exactly what we call
Moobot is here. Yeah, Moobot's fucking useless half the time.
When
He's a
DK
rat.
is up versus someone who they know they have the upper hand against, it just looks so easy for them.
Yeah, and I think that was kind of what was shown in the draft, right? I think they kind of looked a bit BM going, hey, look, you can have whatever the hell you want. We're still going to be able to beat you with it. And I think the fact that you end up with having that much control on bot then just signaled that, hey, honestly, I don't know what GAM bring different to the table now.
It is difficult. So then maybe let's focus on D+ and the journey that they are on, Huni. Can you give us some insight into why you think they didn't reach the heights
No, the Gamba was paid out already,
with
no?
this roster in the LCK and what you see from them now?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of explained it like a little bit before we touched on it, which is like in the Telestrator, which is like they have really good basic, the fundamental, like they know how to play League of Legends, but the thing is like, like all the player, like I think like the momentum is like it's lacking off, like which is like when they're playing better team. Like I feel like there's a lot of time they loses like lane phases like starting with, and a lot of time they are generating the lead. But the thing is like in middle game, like they just don't know what to do. So in the game, I think a lot of time I think they don't have really clear idea like as a 5 people as a team that what they want to do. Like those kind of thing has to be improved. Otherwise. Still, it's the same thing that when they play against better team, they're not gonna have a better chance.
I agree with Hooney. Like every time I've watched them this tournament, it's like once they have confidence against a team like BDS or even GAM, they're willing to make the plays that they know will push the game forward. But oftentimes when they're not really sure, they're like, oh, well, let's just, I suppose 5v5 a Dragon, we'll see if that works out, but they're not really able to push the game forward in a manner that we saw versus BDS or even now, where it's like, okay, we can take these 2v2 plays, we can play more aggressive in the bot lane. And I think it's just the fact that D+ feel like they are.
Bro, Kellen is surfing. Like, look at him go. You see him?
Away with this. I think you were bringing up a stat earlier.
Bro, he's chilling up there.
Was like, they have an insane, like nearly 90% win rate against teams that are below them, and then it's like a 30% win rate against teams that are above them.
You saw it here, right? I mean, the G2 game, I think, although in terms of ranking, you could argue it, but it was an example of they didn't get it done when they had to make the decisions in the mid game versus KT. It was similar, but here, of course, it's going well so far. If you missed any of the action as the teams are grinding it out for a spot in the quarterfinals, you can check out all the VODs and highlights of the games over at youtube.com/gaming. We'll be right back with Game 2.
Dropping early, but then being able to still... Oh.
Yo, Chattermans, listen up, listen up, listen up, listen up, Chattermans, listen up. I've got something to tell you. I just want to take a second to say big shout out to the sponsor of the stream that has been sponsoring them for me for over a month now and will continue to sponsor during Worlds is Displate. Now, Displate is high quality posters you can get on your wall that are very easy to set up. They're metallic and they stick on the wall really easily. I have some at home. Doesn't take any effort at all to set up. You can get so many different designs. Elden Ring, League of Legends, World of Warcraft, Halo, anything at all. Just type it in the search bar. You can go to the link below where it says Displates and you can get 20% off any Displate with code Caedrel. Big shout out to Displate. Thank you for sponsoring the stream during Worlds. I genuinely recommend Displate. I use it at home as well. I've used it for years. People know I've used it for years. Before we even got sponsored by them. So I recommend to check them out. If you need some posters that are easy to set up and high quality. Stop telling me to pog off, bro. Yo. Level 3 hype chat, $10. Minus 10, what did he say? I have Chatterino on, so I can't actually see it. Oh my god, why am I burping so much? It's so disgusting, no? He said, how much more do I have to donate so you don't have to... Okay. Shut up. Wait, I'm gonna ask for a account in Korea. We're gonna play solo queue in Korea, I decided. The thing is, today is Worlds, tomorrow is Worlds, the next day is Worlds, then it's day off, day off. No, day off. Shut up. It's Worlds, day off, Worlds, day off, Worlds, day off, day off, Worlds. That's like 12 days off. 12 days off of 10-hour solo queue. How many games is that? 12 days off? That's 100 games easy. That's master tier for fun. Wow. That's master tier. We could go outside. Why are you guys coping? I don't have time for Challenger. I have easily got enough time for anything higher. La 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 la. We'll get an account. We'll get an account. We'll see how it goes. We'll play a few games, bro. We'll play a few games. We'll play like 20, 30 games. See how it goes. If we start winning, we'll get higher. If we start losing, we'll go outside. But I don't know what to do about like. I want to stream. So what are we gonna do on stream? I'm not playing Teamfight Manager in Korea. I can do that in Berlin. We may as well play Korean solo queue. The last time I was on Korean solo queue, it was a montage. Look at this. The last time King Cathedral was in Korea, right there. Right here. Last time King Cathedral was in solo queue. There it is. I actually got to rank 12, but I didn't screenshot it. Rank 16. I got to rank 12. That's a lie. I just didn't screenshot it. Back in the days, in Season 7. That was 6 years ago. 6 years ago. What the hell? Wow, Caedrel, I never knew you were born in 1633. What are you about? Born in 1633. I wasn't born in 1633. Fucking cringe kid. Actually, Season 7, Season 8 was good. Season 8, I got rank 1 as well. I was rank 1 for a while. There's Magic Felix ranking up his fucking 4 accounts to top 10. But that's back in the days. Season 8 Graves Abuser. What? Do you mean Season 8 Graves Abuser? What are you on about? Wait, what happened there? What is this? Oh, I forgot to run ads. Ah! Ads are gonna run now. Sorry. I'm sorry, I forgot to run ads. Why don't you do IRL streams in Korea? I don't know, I need to figure out how to get a SIM card. I'm kind of griefing right now. I'm really like, I'm always like, yeah, I'll do this. And never do it, never do it. It's not that I'm lazy. It's just I like the idea, but I don't know how to execute it, you know? Let's do IRL streams. Okay, so what? I just play the claw game in an arcade for 10 hours?
Great to see some behind the scenes there of the Worlds teaser, thanks to the Oppo Cam. One of the best World teasers in memory, in my opinion. It was a bang, especially the Faker moment with the head in his hand.
Oh yeah,
it was so
classic.
I also like the little.
I can't go to a bar either because it's gonna be too loud.
And stuff like that from the players. Honestly, we're right into draft.
Both of us got slightly surprised
Game
about that.
number 2.
Let's jump on in.
All right, boys, what is the plan for GAM?
All right, focus up.
I say pick up where
what is the
left off,
plan for
GAM?
GAM?
Okay, play into the gods meme because you need something after that game number 1. After that stranglehold from DK.
How did that go for BDS again?
Yeah, well,
they did lose against DK as well. Just as a
man, it is no fun having LCK guys here. They're just like, you're gonna lose, and what do we say? Yeah, okay.
No, it's really
just give them Orianna.
Particularly if you like.
Is Def gonna play Kalista though?
It's been a lot. And I keep going back to this because I think it's so telling for this organization story this year.
No girl wants Caedrel.
More people predicted D+ to
Your
win
mom begs to
LCK
differ.
Spring
Idiot.
than T1.
Oh, is it T1?
They banned Kalista.
Gen G got 1 vote from Faker, and then Gen G went for the back-to-back, which you only knew if you've watched challenges. You knew Pace was.
Was it Jonas Strong? All I know is I see
they first picked Kaisa over Orianna.
He
Does Damwon play Orianna?
Also the guy that is personally responsible.
Also,
for
they're
every
target
single
banning
missed
Kellen's
time
Alistar.
in
Why?
Zoom that you see in the LCK, and I think also they're still observing here at Worlds as well.
Rumble Rel.
Jonas Strong voted for a GAM comeback in this game. Would be great to have this best of 3
That
go all
would
the
be
way.
lovely.
Yep.
Well, I wouldn't mind a 2-0.
As long as this game.
For the
you know,
games.
in total, we
for
can
the
have
tournament.
a 3 game.
Yeah.
Exactly. Kai'Sa logged in for GAM. Rumble and Rel picked up by DK. Does mean the Wukong's still open because
Wait, I need to reply to this about the Shai tomorrow.
DK and Caitlyn, Alistair, and Renata were banned by GAM. Kasante the lock though alongside the Nautilus for pallets down towards that bottom lane, and it might be Canyon's Lee Sin again as we continue to rattle through the draft.
Yeah, we're going straight to it. GAM gonna go with the dive here, the instant combo, Nautilus point and click, Kai'Sa bottom lane down here. Meanwhile, Kana was one of the early Rumble abusers here.
Rumble abusers.
I'm definitely scared.
We're going Lee Sin again. Holy fuck, Canyon Lee Sin.
Now gonna
He's
be the
bigging up the win rate.
Kasante in their hands, a little bit of a reverse.
Do want to give credit to the scouting on Gamer though. Kellen.
So when are people gonna start playing Camille for my pick'ems? Huh? When's that gonna happen?
Last year. Absolutely incredible in this champion. I also think, as was mentioned yesterday, Renata's a champion that really is somewhat underappreciated.
Crazy.
If you know you're going for a Kai'Sa first pick, Kai'Sa Nautilus obviously, classic combo, works really
Wukong
well.
ban,
Guaranteed
good.
setup and the amount of plasma
What do you
stacks you
think
can
about
generate.
Viban?
Nautilus into Renata is a
Viban,
very
make them ban Zeri on 5, and then we go Varus. Thoughts?
What they go
Thoughts
with
and
the Rel
feelings.
for that bottom lane. What they pick for Def. Do they go for a
Or are they gonna ban
to go
Brown?
right
Are they
into it?
pussies?
I'm one
Yeah,
that's looking
Viban. Now they have banned Zeri or Brown when we go Varus on 4 if they don't ban.
Yeah, me too.
I'm
It's
on
not
the
been
same.
great.
I want to see a kill lane bottom lane, and GAM,
Ooh.
they're bending away the
Ooh.
Aphelios at the
Yup,
very
yup,
least.
yup,
I
yup,
think it's
yup,
actually been
yup,
Alistair,
yup.
in part helped by
Skirt.
the man that was just on your screen.
Alistair hasn't had the best of times, but Kobe beef, obviously very tasty, so most our teams
Delicious.
supping on that throughout the course of the competition. Vi and Wukong taken away
Nico
from
ban.
Levi.
Ooh, Zeri, Brown.
Nico and Aphelios
What do we got?
taken away by GAM.
Wait, what am I saying?
Could
Zeri,
look
Brown,
towards your
Varus.
AD
Yeah, go
carry
Varus.
here,
I
could also
just
go
said
for
Varus like
Brazier
10 seconds
if
ago.
Showmaker just wants
No,
to save
Def,
his
don't be
things.
cringe.
Hovered. We have seen Def bring it out, and he is one
Go,
of the best
go
LCK
pick that
Zigs
Varus,
in
baby.
Orcs' opinion when I talk to Orcs about him.
No!
But,
Ooh, the extra engage.
Okay, we'll allow Sivir.
okay, Sivir. We both got excited for the Ziggs and the Nilo, and Sivir was locked in. I'm kind
Oriana's
of,
still open, by the way.
Sivir's not as excited because it's like, ooh, the instant wave
But she might get her first win at Worlds this year, Kobe.
Oh my.
Oriana's still open.
I would definitely wager that.
I was really hoping for
Bum,
Nila. I think
bum.
Nila, particularly into dive, actually is
Oh,
really, really
Levi
strong.
Nocturne. Didn't I call
And
that
this
last
should
game?
not come as a surprise.
He's just gonna play Nocturne in game 2.
The most iconic champion for Levi, and you're playing Sivir into it. You're not gonna have a good time here, Deft.
Play
Not
TF
gonna
or
have the
something.
agency that he had in the last game.
No, you don't have damage.
Elimination game
Don't pick Oriana.
for GAM
Don't. You,
at Worlds
yeah, Akali. Fuck it.
2023, and they go back
Yeah,
to the
Showmaker, go pick
Nocturne,
Sylas. Come.
Levi.
Go Akali versus Sylas. Don't be a pussy.
Full super
Yeah, go on, Sylas. Go on, Showmaker. Don't be a pussy.
Real early for
No.
the
Yeah.
Games for him. They played
No.
all
No.
year.
No, you're being a
Aki
pussy
with some
again.
Big confidence there.
No.
Also gives you great
No.
assassination potential. You already have the dive coming out from the Kai'Sa and the Nautilus, it's Nocturne in fact. Alongside that, the Akali to get onto that backline. Deft is not going to have a good time.
I think that this was very telegraphed already. And that's why I would have liked Nila, because if you jump on Nila, she's like,
Why are they playing to win?
Hey, don't really mind that. We've also seen that some players in the LCK have been very successful with the pick. We've seen it hovered a lot at Worlds here, but haven't really seen it pop off. This, though, is an incredibly strong mid-jungle 2v2, and Kane and Showmaker just looking
mods,
to
Gamba.
blow open the
Oh wait,
game
there's no
here
mods.
with
I have
the
to do it
skirmishing
myself.
power that they have.
Yeah,
Oh no, the mods did it. There are mods.
Surprised at throwing down the blind.
Let's go
Akali
mods.
here, even though it is good against Sivir and trying to get towards the backline with the Nocturne.
Your mods.
I am super scared for that 2v2.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Lee Sin is very good at ganking Akali. Can show up in the shroud as is Ari. So I definitely expect D+ to have some fireworks with the legendary duo Canyon and Showmaker early on, and trying to abuse this Akali.
The mods have
pre-level
railed
6
to your,
before you get a
rallied
lot
to
more
your
of those
banner.
options. Before Nocturne is level 6,
Yeah,
before
hell yeah.
Akali is level 6, that should be big advantage over to DK.
I do think the GAM comp is a lot more cohesive because they can both play really good team fight, very straightforward dive composition. But you can also, if you're Akali, somehow
Still
gets
showing,
ahead, you
huh?
can play a really nice 1-3-1 or 1-4, where the Nocturne and the Kai'Sa both can shadow the side
Do you
lanes,
pay
and
your
it
mods?
becomes really
Yeah.
hard for D+ to consistently find an individual
Yeah,
target or
I
try
paid
and
him,
get push in any lane. And I think the D+ com, it feels a little bit more disjointed.
I paid him
think there's a lot of power picks, right?
$0 an hour.
Lee, self-explanatory. The Lee
Is that bad?
combination specifically.
Should I pay him more?
Rumble, but how does it fit together?
That is the question. Another question that immediately springs to mind is, can GAM fight back?
What are you doing, mods? Oh wait, you're not here to reply. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
To stave off elimination,
I'm
to
kidding.
keep it at bay for at least one more Nexus falling. DK though, looking to scupper that ship just a little bit, make their way through to the round of 2 and 2.
Oh, Showmaker's playing Fleet Footwork Ari with Cole. Hold up, is he playing AD Ari? What the hell?
Definitely the tilter. All right, let's see. Levi on his Nocturne.
He's playing Static
always
Shivari.
looking for the power farm, always looking for the early level 6. And Canyon currently looking like
What
he's
is
gonna
bro
start
cooking?
on top side.
Oh, I want to highlight something here in the rune choices for Showmaker. Showmaker has done this on LeBlanc as well, where he's gone for call. He also went Alacrity. So he's playing Ari into a melee matchup, right, where already the Akali is always going to struggle a little bit early on to really try and amp up the early game pressure. The first time he did this was with LeBlanc into Galio, and he went longsword. This was also years
Oh my god,
before
he
the
scared
whole,
the fuck out of me, this Karen. I
shift
thought someone was
LeBlanc
grabbing my
debacle.
head.
And we'll see how Kati's able to deal with it early on, because that arrest is going to hurt even more than normal. As thank you, Showmaker, for
showing off exactly.
Holy fuck, look at the damage.
Foxfire coming out as well, and Kati already down to 300 HP.
Oh my god, it's unlaneable.
I swear. Blinding versus Showmaker.
He loves these type of things. Like in so many interviews, he talks about this as well. Slater and Palette, Ghost.
Yeah, Palette ignited already. The aftershock falling.
Get him,
off.
Kellen.
Has to flash.
Kellen, you flashed
flashing
too.
forward for the
Do
chase.
what?
Slater
You're
has to
fucking.
flash.
I hate you.
In the end, 3 summoners for 2 summoners actually coming out on the side of GAM if you looked only at the summoner spells.
Oh man, it is dream scenario right now for Canyon though. That is going to be multiple pushing lanes for him to work with. Burned flashes on bottom side
-1.
as well. Definitely want to see what he can get done. Meanwhile, Levi will actually be the one pathing towards that bottom lane, towards those blown summoner spells. And even though Kellen burned his offensively, they can still punish it. Try
Oh my
and
god,
look
this
for a
lane
kill
for
on the
Akali is
rail.
a horror.
Palette could set it up, look for one of these Hex Flash hook angles for themselves.
I mean, if you're Kellen, you always take your flash for the enemy AD carry's flash. That's always a trade you're willing to go for because you have that Hex Flash to back it up.
For the Nocturne, though, it would be a dream scenario to do a full clear.
Is he hoping
into
Akali
a
E
gank
backwards there?
Successful kill onto bottom side. If they could make it happen.
Also, it would get you up above that 1,100 gold threshold that you want for your first back as a jungler.
Yeah. And also, it would
Canyon
take
just
some
full clear
arrows
L9.
from Kellen, from DK.
It's so unlaneable. The wave's also bouncing.
Let me really
He
quickly
lost
check
another
you.
though.
Does Kellen make any errors, Chronicler?
Which Kellen are we talking about?
This one.
World's Kellen?
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it's possible. It's possible, Kobe.
Well,
Kati's gonna have to base soon, but what's he basing for? Refillable?
For the Tri-Brush Ward right now. As a duo, they go place
Oh
it.
my god, the W just does so much
So
damage.
they've definitely got it warded out. And
Strength in numbers.
Wait, did
like
Ari W
clockwork,
proc
there you go.
Fleet?
Nocturne goes over the ward.
It doesn't, right?
Kati, E-flash, E-flash.
Oh.
Oh, just the charm. Kati has to flash away.
Oh. I thought it procced it for a second there. I was like, what the
Would have
fuck?
killed him off. Kiaya and Kana
Is he
trading
maxing
in the top
W,
lane,
this
trading
Showmaker?
down to half HP, but kind of to be expected in this matchup.
Also, I do want to remain consistent. Now it's time to roast Kana for not going Ignite.
Yeah.
Just want to, you know...
Kellen!
We did the same to Kiaya in the last one. Kana...
WE, WQ. Oh yeah, he is maxing
not
W
gonna
second.
earn you any Huni points. Which
Wait,
I
that's
think
your
is a top
roast?
laner.
That's you roasting?
Well, I'm not very good at roasting.
Okay, yeah.
Usually
It
it's
should not be
Rumble
new
doing the
information.
roasting, right?
Does he get the cannon
Someone
Showmaker or does he die?
All right, Kati's
Oh,
back.
he
He's
got
in
it
for round
max
2.
range on the tip of the
Both
cue
summoners
ball.
burnt. Showmaker has the push in the mid lane though, so he
Clean.
can TP back if the wave's already pushed into his tower, or can just try and wander his way back down that mid lane.
Oh.
Kiaya trading hit.
Kana
If Kana
overheated.
had Ignite, he maybe would kill Kiaya. I can't
Thank you.
can't
I'm
say
very
for
glad
sure.
you're on board.
Yep.
It's important. As Levi, even though it's Nocturne, I always like it if you at least try to threaten.
I mean, this is where you go, right? Flamesplitter already down, the scrap
You
shield
flash?
used as well, so Kana doesn't have
Nice
that movement speed to
reaction.
flash away. gets him to safety.
Nice reaction.
Levi is on a ward and was spotted along the entirety of his path.
I'm surprised
And
Showmaker's
I like
only
gank
this
here
far
because
ahead in
Kana,
CS. I thought it'd be
one
way
of his
higher.
biggest pieces of criticism is that he
Looking
has
at the
been very
trades.
susceptible to
So it
exactly
looks like
these type
Kati's
of
doing
games.
well the last set.
At least for Kana, though, he gets his wave in and doesn't get stuck
Look at
there.
Deft
That
laughing.
would have been really, really painful if Kiaya was able to hold that wave. And then they had the traded flashes, and his jungle was topside because Canyon right now
He
is
fucked the
towards
spell
bottom
shield on
side
something
of
and
the
just started
map.
laughing.
And he is going to sneak away
He's
the
chilling.
dragon. You can just Lee Sin Q onto the dragon, avoid the scuttle
Whoa!
crab.
Whoa! Whoa! What's going on? Why does he do that?
Avoid
Then?
that scuttle crab vision. So D+ in payment.
Yow!
Nocturne gank on top side that only resulted in both top laners blowing their flashes. They will get objective #1 for the game. I think that is a pretty good.
You take that trade
YouTube chat.
all days of
No,
the
it's off,
week.
it's off, it's off, it's off.
Your D+ Kia.
It's off. Maybe I need to
Summer's
start
burnt
watching on a
in the
different
top
browser.
lane,
I don't know if
able
Google
to
Chrome is
survive.
just
Levi having
fucking.
to show his face means that first objective once again goes over to DK. In game #1, it was a 17-minute soul pointer, 24-minute soul, if I recall correctly. 23:17, in fact, is what I've scribbled down. Can't quite read my
Brave.
handwriting most of the time.
What is brave?
That's very in
Thank you.
character. Also, we're setting up for another Cloud Soul, which I think
Is
is
that
really cool.
Nuguri?
I predicted
In the middle?
Hex Soul, and it is actually quite high, like more Hex Drakes taken than anything else. So I'm hoping we get a Hex Soul this game.
Aww.
Cloud Soul would be in keeping. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's
Nuguri's
the comfort,
here.
not only of being in your home stadium, but also being on your home map a lot of the time for DK. Soul Shroud coming out from Levi as he manages to escape the gank. Does have to burn his flash. Was looking for this scuttle crab, but DK the first to react. Kellen specifically means that D+ Kia will be able to take that scuttle crab.
And flash is a huge summer spell for Nocturne because you can early flash to keep people in your fear tether range. So no flash available for Levi's first Nocturne ultimate once he does get to level 6. We'll see if GAM can still pull off that first kill on that big power spike of the Nocturne hitting level 6 even without the flash, but certainly will make it more difficult.
And we're also seeing here in this mid lane the benefit of Showmaker's early itemization and rune choice, that you're always expected to fall behind here. And I don't think this is necessarily due to Kati not respecting or not being able to play the lane out, but we do see that Showmaker already has built up a lead.
Yeah,
That's
Showmaker has
even
20 CS lead
disregarding
now.
the extra amount of gold that he's
Showmaker
already
is
picked up
frying.
and will get by the time.
But it's another game
that
where
this
GAM
call
might
is
not do
finished.
anything.
Levi,
I mean,
though,
Nocturne will get 6
is
off of Grump.
about to hit 6
And then
off
what?
Of this Grump,
And then what?
apparently doesn't get it off
Top
of,
has to die.
the, blue
Top
buff.
has to
He's
die,
on
but
ward,
Canyon's
so
gonna
they
run
are
and cover
very
it maybe.
aware of where this Nocturne might look to strike next, and the first ultimate, as we always say, is a big one.
Always the most important for the Nocturne, at least one of them, as you say. I will give a lot of credit to D+ Kia. The tracking of
They're not even gonna go
Levi
top.
has been impeccable. They love these wards up near the blue buff. I saw it in game 1 as well, and it just makes it so hard for the Nocturne to really have an impact. We've actually seen Canyon relatively mute in this game because he hasn't needed to be doing anything.
He's covering
Managed
top,
to
but he's
get
on
the
a
first
ward now,
objective
so they
in
know
terms
he's
of
covering
Kendrake,
top.
and he's always just been tracking Levi. He's been in the
Nice,
wings
he knows
in
that they
case
know.
things happen,
He
but
checks
hasn't
Herald, they're
had
on
to
Herald.
have to take action.
Here we go.
And by not showing, it makes it a lot harder.
Here we
for
go.
GAM to play around it.
Here we go.
DK's bot lane already moving up. Slater's
Here
still
we
down in
go.
that bottom lane as well.
Flash over that Herald. Go
on
flash over
Kana
Herald.
as Kati finds the flank.
Kana,
He
you're
glides
griefing.
down, but already it looks like
Wait.
Kana will be the first to fall. First blood over to GAM.
He's almost
now. Kana
smurfing, actually.
continues to trade. Showmaker dashing in
Oh,
with the
Kali's out.
Kati dashing out towards the top side, but Kia is now caught.
Oh, he didn't have flash. What am I
in the three
saying?
members of D+ Kia, and he'll
He actually did
fall.
completely perfect.
1-1 so far in the trade. Will Kati get out, or will Showmaker
Q,
find
Q,
him?
Q. Oh.
Kobe crying next to me for some reason, QQing. Showmaker doesn't follow suit.
And even though the initial setup
it's
of that
1 for
play
1 and
is
Dan will get
great
Herald.
from GAM, they seem to be caught off guard by the fact that D+ is rotating both bot laners up.
Unlucky.
So even though
Akali
they are
had to
able
use
get
everything to kill
Kana and
Rumble, so
get
she was
Ignite,
out.
You know, he would have gotten that kill just putting it out there.
Nocturne had
He
the
still
ult,
does
so he was
much
out.
damage with the equalizer that by the time
Nautilus
that
isn't
Deft
6.
and Kellen show up,
No one can really help.
DK have an easy fight ahead of them.
Yeah, D+ pretty happy because even with first blood bonus, I mean, Rift Herald is 300 gold plus the probable 2 turret.
They have to
plates
use
you're
so
gonna
much
get
to
for
kill
it.
Rumble.
Here's another look at it. They do focus on Kana. He does a lot of damage to Kati, but as you know, Kati's going to escape anyways. And Here's the collapse.
Yeah, I wanted the ignite on Kati there, but I don't find
Yeah, there's
it.
not much that
But
Kiaya
then,
can do.
as
He has a
mentioned,
Negatron cloak.
with so many people going
And
deep
Kai'Sa was
on,
too late on the
Connor, which I think
rotation.
is a great way to start off the skirmish. They don't have Kai'Sa there, and level 1 Killer Instinct really isn't that far. You need to be quite close, so as a result, Deep
No,
Boss
it was
are
just
early
AD
on-
Ari
early
for the
on
lane, it looks like.
rotation, Pick up a counter kill as well as the Herald.
And Slater wasn't like able to push in and get a turret plate or anything on bottom side either. So just a couple of minions there.
He could go static ship build, but I
Sivir
think it
in
makes
her
sense for
home,
lane.
The happy place, mid lane. Easy perma farm for Deft. Well, he has Kellen setting up vision towards
Did
the
Albus
dragon,
Nox
towards the
Luna
bottom
beat
half.
Damwon at Worlds? What?
Just answering the wave here, but has
No,
nowhere
they
near
beat
the shove of
EDG.
Sivir ricocheting her way through those minions. A 700 gold lead for D plus clear early on here. 10 minutes in. They have that
And
Rift Code
Rocks,
as well,
no?
as you so rightly mentioned, Kobe, sitting on Canyon. Where will he try and invest that
Didn't they
gold?
beat EDG as
Can
well?
try
I
and put
swear
it
they
into
beat
Kana
Clear
just to
Love,
make
didn't
sure
they?
he
Or
gets
was that a
towards
different
first
team?
item spike a little bit
Someone
quicker.
beat
Could
Clear Love.
also use it with Deft because you know you're always
Ah,
gonna
and
have the
TZ.
push
Ah,
in
yeah,
the
that was
mid
it.
lane. Makes it relatively easy to confirm the fact that Rift Herald will get the charge through.
Yeah, I always love using on mid lane, regardless if even Deft is
Oh,
there.
sure.
Try and get that
Okay,
one
Gamma
down. But
first to
Dragon is
Dragon.
up right now.
Why is it lagging?
Kanti's gonna E
Oh my god, I think
backwards,
Gam's
and
gonna get
they're
murdered
continue
here.
burning this one
This
down.
Nocturne
Kana
is
looking
fucked,
for
I
a
think.
Rumble ult.
He's in the pit with no flash, and they're TPing on top of him. Oh, he has an exit onto Rumble, but no one can help him with Rumble. Kai'Sa didn't ult.
An immediate engage by Cannon as well as Kati tries to dodge away Kiaya, trading in, but there's no one to follow up with any damage
Kana
of
is
any
really
sort
fine.
for GAM. Kana chased off towards the bottom side, but it's GAM who are doing the retreating, and it's Showmaker.
Oh, nice
who
block
will
by
not
Levi.
stop
I don't know if he
chasing
cleansed it or if it got
forward.
blocked.
Slater forced away under the
I think he blocked
tower,
it.
and D plus Kia just wipe away the fight.
That is exceptional coordination from DK. You wouldn't know that they're the ones that got Nocturne ultimate. They're the ones with the better coordination.
cleansed?
Even
I
with
think
the
he blocked
lights
it.
turned out, they immediately collapse onto Pallet. Rumble ultimate goes down from Kana really early, and the follow-up is instant. Everybody groups up there, they jump on him, they get their kill. Kellen with the two
He
tiers
cleansed
engaged.
nothing. How much on a bet chat? I bet you 10 subs he blocked it.
Two more with his Rel
This whole chat's calling me
that Kana
blind. Are you
equalizer
fucking
was
okay?
blind and still better than a lot of the mid
He's a
lane
top laner, man.
equalizers that we've
She
seen.
cleansed, yeah, but
Obviously,
Nocturne
this is
blocked the
always high
spell.
value 'cause also it
How much on a
locks
bet?
Slater in, right?
This whole
So,
chat's calling me
some
old
current
man.
there, but then
Yeah,
the
let's see how
engage
fucking
and the
bronze you are in a
coordination
sec.
of
Watch
the
this.
plus is really hard to match, and I think that for GAM, with a composition like this, your coordination is so incredibly important because you need to make sure that whoever Nocturne jumps on, the rest of the team is following. Because if you end up playing front to back like we see there, where like Kellen's engaging, Deft standing behind like 2 to 3 people, you're just never going to be able to win. And now it feels like, particularly with a composition like the one the GAM have, they have no range. They have really good single target damage, but that's about it. And if you start falling behind, with a composition like this, finding your way back into the game is incredibly hard.
I love it. I mean, we always, get listened in on comms where teams are playing against a Nocturne, and usually the comms are like, I can't see, I can't see. Everyone just shouting that. But DK, they stick to the plan, immediately take down one.
Shut up now. Stop being weird.
And followed up for 2 more for another game where, honestly, this is looking like steamroll towards the next stage for DK here.
Yeah, because we're in exactly the same position as we were.
Shut
in
up,
game
just stop
one.
being weird now.
DK have control
Get
of the
over
game.
it.
They have
Get over
control
it.
of all the lanes.
No, that is
they have
something
control
to
of the objectives, and they haven't taken
Get
a
over it.
tower yet. There is so much gold on the map. for
Canyon?
them as Canyon looks for the kickback. Levi,
Oh!
Sonic Wave still hits.
Oh, if he had
Levi
electrocuted, he
will
was
escape
dead.
Underneath this turret, but has to burn the flash. Oh! He's dead?
Well, he is dead now.
With the Leandry's burn, I must assume?
Let's get another look at that one.
How much did that Leandry's
Digs
do?
on down. Canyon's still fishing around too. They're definitely
Wait, I have a
having fun
question,
right
chat.
now.
If I have Scorch and I hit
Yeah,
Scorch with
that's what
Leandry's,
you
does
want.
Scorch
You don't
proc
want
re-tick
Showmaker and Canyon
Leandry's?
to have fun.
Yeah.
Does that
That's
happen?
generally, for any opponent of D+, has been for the last couple of years, a really bad place
No.
to be.
I thought it was that for a second,
And-
but I
and
guess
that's what
never
GAM
mind then.
unfortunately is on the receiving end of. And I feel like the previous game they were able to hold on a little bit more as Deft.
Flash knockup from Pallet, but I don't think
Kai'Sa,
you
can you
win
press
these.
R on that
Kellen's waiting in the
Sivir
wings, the
for
Dawn
once?
Sun,
What
with
is
the
that
shadow
Kai'Sa
instructor,
doing?
Slater trying to get away with
Bro!
Pallet. Pallet engaged, but he runs the
Just
wrong way
fucking
around
go
the net to
in.
get taken out by Deft.
And now,
Canyon.
yeah, from this point on, like, what do you do as GAM? You're getting perma invaded, right? This mid jungle 2v2 completely out of control, but in these fights, at the same time, Deft has been able, and lane economy snapshot from Muscat coming in hot like that lead in mid lane. That's what you want with a Lee and Ahri setup. And it's so hard to play into once you reach this state as an opponent. Like, what do you do? Because you're constantly going to get pushed in. The amount of mobility and playmaking that these champions have is so high that, particularly if you have no range on your team, like, how are you going to ever walk up to a wave?
Yeah, and I actually love Showmaker's build for Ahri.
Caedrel, bro, shut up.
Into that Leandris, because there are 3
My
health
Kai'Sa
stackers on the opponent team. Really going to get some decent value out of it, and we saw it there with the tick for the kill. Now, objective bounties are up. By the way, the earliest objective bounties will show up is the 14-minute
Don't go
mark.
in
We're
the
only
bush,
15 minutes now,
Kana.
so D+ pushing up that schedule here.
Yeah, with a 5,000 gold at 15 minutes, you're in a pretty prime position to start closing out the game, especially since they've only taken 1 tower as of yet. Lots more gold still standing on the map for D+ Kiev as they start up this Rift Herald. A reaction possibly from GAM, but every time they've tried to react in the past, D+ Kiev have been able to
we're going for
fight back, and there's the TP.
I like the gusto from GAM.
Can they die as warriors? Will they fight it?
Okay,
to the
not
last?
bad.
The hook comes in onto Kellen.
Okay, not bad.
The equalizer already using the paranoia.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see you, GAM. Okay, maybe. Showmaker, playmaking, maker, ultra, super maker, playmaker, showmaker. Showmaker.
The smiles off their faces as he cleans up the fight.
And he saves Kellen by killing off the Nautilus.
Kellen!
Huge Showmaker with the quadra kill.
And then to top it off, he flexes the deft emote, the alpaca with the thumbs up, and credit to GAM. Right there, you
Save
see
Kellen.
the power
Yeah.
of the dive composition.
Kill Nautilus
you
for the
see
pickings.
struggles that Sivir is going to face when playing into a comp like this.
Man, that fight was perfect for them. That Cassante engage.
Oh man.
Akali had super good position.
Kiaya, man.
It started out pretty big. You're right. Kiaya got the big grouping there, but it wasn't enough. Look at Showmaker with the extra charges off his Ahri ultimate.
Oh,
finishing off both. Then he comes over, finishes it up here with the Q pullback onto Nautilus.
He lost track.
Yeah.
Thought that there were enough people to get a penta.
Just add 1 more extra champion onto the Rift. As we saw what GAM can do in this sort of match, but just too far
Good
behind
job,
right
Kenyon.
now. Look at the damage from Kiaya as well.
Getting out damaged by Kellen. That's fucking right, Kenyon. Suck on it. Kellen the
I'm
goat.
sure he was already having flashbacks.
So also been a really good tournament for Kiaya, right? And even with that play, with the lead
Kellen
that
the
the
goat.
Plus have, for GAM it's not looking good, but it's also an opportunity. I think that their run still has been incredible this Worlds, and Kiaya to me, even more so than when we saw him for the first time, I think, or at least as far as
How are we
I
getting
remember
bot tier
at
1, boys?
MSI,
Man, that one just gonna play for Infernal Soul in
impressive
GG.
with how he's been able to consistently find these really big moments
Catty.
in GAM's matches.
Get him, Kellen.
Yeah,
Get him.
their
Ruff.
owner was
Get the
talking
cannon.
about it. The 21
Nice.
days here so far. They've been through such a journey, getting a lot of experience,
Good job,
as
Kellen.
well as
You're
taking down
you're
Team Liquid and getting that victory over North America.
What happened?
I will say we have seen Kiaya a couple of times before, just to make sure we are technically correct. Worlds 2019.
Thank you
played
very
in
much.
the group stage, and
Okay,
Worlds
but-
2022.
But I wasn't there
What
yet.
was
so
that?
doesn't- that's
What was
You've
that?
seen him was entirely
so that's
correct.
on me.
That's like the Formula 1 when they're going around the corner and then it's like Lance Stroll replay. It's like, huh? In Monaco. It's like, what?
GAM
What are you
just
doing?
generally deserve the
Go
credit.
back to
Last
the go back to the
remaining
game.
team from the Plains team, last remaining
I don't need to
team
talk about
from an emerging
Lance
region
Stroll.
as well with the VCS who continue
What are you
to
doing?
shine. It took a lot of work for them to get this far, and a lot of people I think looked at perhaps whether PSG should
back
have
to
been the team
Vettel.
coming out from Plains. I think with GAM's performance against TL and even here against DK, they've proven that they have deserved their spot in the world's main stage.
Meanwhile, the legend of DK. I'm telling you, people aren't really focused on it right now because they're like, maybe the strength of opponents not so strong right now, but they're building their momentum in the lower brackets.
And we've seen many a lower bracket run.
Deft last year made the full run, so we'll see. Keep an eye out.
I'm not gonna stop down them. I didn't do that last year, and that worked out great for DRX. So
I mean, the question does Def need to wait 7 more years to make a world semi-final? You know, that's kind of the increment at which he's allowed to make it.
Well, I mean,
Damwon versus Weibo? No, it's not. It's Weibo versus NRG. I've already manifested it into the universe.
For many reasons.
I've already manifested it. It's happening.
Did involve some shenanigans in that group.
It's Weibo NRG, Damwon Fnatic, and whichever teams lose between T1 BLG and KT Energy are facing each other. I know it. I've already simulated it in my brain cells. Okay? That's what's happening. Damwon Fnatic, Weibo NRG, and whoever loses between T1 BLG and LNG KT.
2 minutes away. I'll blame that little mind lapse on jet lag. Because for me, actually, that Inferno was 8 hours away from me.
G2 wins, so they don't go through there.
That checks out.
We can account for the time difference. Honestly, though, all right, let's see. Kiaya and GAM still looking for something at this.
Please don't be T1 versus Weibo. That's all I ask for. Because then I will get kicked out.
Jungle lit up leading towards Baron, so I think they're going to go.
I'm either going to get escorted out when T1 lose, or I'm going to be depressed as fuck when T1 win.
Get out of the series, honestly. GAM, let's see what they can do. This is going to be it. Can they throw everything at it?
It was a good holiday.
I mean, we've already seen how good their dive comp can be, and they do have a 6th man here in the form of that Baron. Takes
Kellen, show it to me, baby.
Kellen looking for the engage on Pallet, who immediately flashes away, and now Kellen's in the midst of the team as the paranoia is being popped by GAM, but they can't find anyone to dive in on. Vision not really there for them in DK's jungle.
What is he doing?
D plus Kia
Kellen.
did a great job of grouping up, so if the Nocturne had dived in, it would have been very much a one-way trip.
Does mean that Callan will not have his ultimate available there. Same for the Paranoia. We'll see if D+ just started up again. Wouldn't be surprised. I do think that Paranoia specifically is like one of the main ways that GAM can kind of counteract the immense goal deficit that they're in because of the chaos it creates. But D+ looks like they don't want to take the risk. You can also do the same thing, but just play for Soul, as you mentioned, which is a lot lower risk.
Yeah, I mean, Canna's got teleport, and bottom side turret is really low. I was thinking
he baited Nocturne. True.
Trailing play to bottom side to get
good job, Kellen.
Before the Dragon Soul comes up, but they can easily wait for a super high value objective, a low risk objective to arrive onto the Rift 40 seconds from now. Dragon Soul to arrive, and D+ make a beeline straight for it. You get your early recalls, checklists for wards. Everybody's got control wards.
Time to say goodbye, GAM. It was a good run.
Should be plenty
you tried your hardest. You were an inspiration to many. But this dragon fight,
exactly what they'll do. 7,000 gold in
triple stopwatch versus a Carling Nocturne. 07.
2023. The VCS had a little bit of an international break over 2020, 2021, came back for Worlds 2022, and I think some people wondered whether or not that time away from international competition would cost them. I think we see here from GAM that maybe it cost them a little bit, but they continue to impress when it comes to the international stage.
Oi, nice charm.
The poke actually being relevant here because of the build that was mentioned earlier with that Leandries. And we'll see. This is kind of all or nothing. You can't give over that soul.
Kellen!
Kellen going in. Kiaya trying to dive onto Kellen. Pulls him back with the all out, and Palace there as well. Kellen will fall, but already we see Palace.
You did your job. You did your job.
Has to jump away. Kiaya flashing out of here as well.
I rate it. You did your job. Kellen, you did what you were supposed to do.
Might be ripped from under him as the charm misses. The orbital deception misses, but the boomerang blade enough to find the kill.
Sivir chased down means they find
you know what?
The extra kill.
He sacrificed himself.
Right to that Baron.
I'm so proud of you, Kellen.
Shutdown if Slater and Kati were able to sneak this dragon.
I am proud of you.
I think with the vision and double teleport available, there's no way that they should actually be able to get it. We'll see if Showmaker and Khan are willing to teleport over, but it looks like GAM also don't want to take the risk.
This series was low-key boring. I mean, what did you expect? It's GAM versus Damwon. What did you expect to happen? It'd be a fucking 50-minute banger, huh?
It isn't enough. Kalin ends up going down, but like it's 3 people investing all their resources. Again, the equalizer.
Of course, it's going to be a stomp.
And DK, their backline completely safe. So Deft and Showmaker just unthreatened, unbothered, able to dictate the pace of the fight.
Yeah, Showmaker had another really good charm there, grabbing an extra one up, and deathless Ahri performance from him. Don't think he's going to die either, as he's got the stopwatch plus the ability.
Oh, well, now you've done it.
As soon as
why are you saying minus? Oh, he wrote 6. DK has no chance versus good teams with Kellen on it. That's fucking right. -6. That's right.
Honestly,
I mean, how do you...
Gam.
You don't have vision control.
You don't.
Your own jungle is littered with wards. Kia over here to clear it out, but the Infernal Soul over to D plus Kia. You see Gam trying to find something in the mid lane. Maybe Showmaker oversteps, but he's got flash, he's got
Where's
Spirit
Bible? Bible's there. Bible is there. Bible's backstage. But Kellen's playing good. Kellen's playing good. Just don't give him Alistar, please. Don't let him play Alistar and we're fine.
And now this bot lane turret getting sieged
Rel's
up.
been fine.
There's full vision around the bottom half.
Does the next series start soon? Yeah, as soon as this game ends, the next series will start.
Is a TP ward available here? We'll see. If
I mean, there's nothing to say. I mean, I can analyze the game for you, but they're just going to get murdered. There's really nothing to do.
Just this once as a double kill already
Big
happens.
TP flank to get the wave.
Cut the wave, but the TP comes out as well. DK will stop him from doing so. Kana going to chase him away. He will be able to escape.
No, Kellen, don't fall off.
How much longer can he escape the clutches of DK? The Nexus awaits for them
Get him,
if they so
Kellen.
desire. The Red Bull Baron power play might be adding an extra plus 50 at the end of it. Still a minute left before that Baron expires.
Kellen.
Kana's coming down too to finish the job. Everybody wants in on the picture. 10 seconds left on Kiaya. The Baron buff over 50 seconds here, and
you have double cannons, you have the range, but those cannons actually don't let you walk up close enough to the tower.
I'm watching Showmaker ult forwards and E. I'm waiting for it.
DK.
Here come the bros!
Ah, Canyon, nice one. Cocky, I like it. Okay, show off. You're a show off. You're a show off, Canyon. You're a show off. You're a show off. Stop showing off.
But that hope is shut out by a boomerang.
He's a little show off. You saw that?
Soul doing its work as DK secure their spot in the next round.
Bye-bye, Gam.
And D Plus continue their insane level of dominance against teams that they are, on paper, ranked higher than. It's a streak that's lasted the entire year, and as good as the GAM run was, and I think as happy as the VCS was with the performance of both GAM as well as Team Wills in the play-ins, D Plus, unfortunately,
I think no one expected you to do well. You got fisted. Everyone expected you to get fisted. Now let's get the keyboards and mice off the stage and let's get KTLNG on the Rift, because that's gonna go hard. Everyone, wake up. Now we got the super banger coming. Now we got the set. Kellen, you did great. You did great.
For GAM, obviously, commiserations.
No more Alistar. Miracle run, baby.
Crushing to fall out of Worlds, but I think on reflection,
Gam.
their performance through the play-ins into this round has been exceptional.
How long will the break be?
Yeah,
the break will probably be like 5-10 minutes.
Good representation.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I go toilet for a second.
Taking down TL in that series, making it through the play-ins. Quite the journey they've had.
We saw for a brief moment on our screen there the Oppo player of the series, shown